Hello Chelsea fans, here we are, West Ham versus Chelsea. We are back with another live match commentary. How are you all? Hopefully you're all good. Hopefully you're looking forward to this one. Massive game, potential banana skin. West Ham away is dodgy. Anyway, Chelsea team is strong. Good to see there's been some changes made. Chelsea team is Edouard Mendy in goal. The back three, Christensen, Silva, Thiago Silva, obviously, and Rudiger. Reece James back in at right wing back with Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho in the middle. Jorginho's the captain today. Marcus Alonso's left wing back. The midfield the two number 10s floating around is Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount, and up front, surprisingly, is Kai Havertz, and it is not Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku is on the bench. And that's a bit of a surprise. For me, if Lukaku is fit enough to be on the bench, he's fit enough to start. And I think today is a game where you're going to need someone up there bossing those West Ham defenders. I could be completely wrong, and Kai Havertz could have a great game and obviously give them a terrible time. But I'd go for Lukaku at start today. That's what I would have done. Cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday afternoon. Hopefully you are all good. All good. We're going to be doing a live match commentary and then I'm going to stay online until about 3 p.m. till the other games kick off, and then I'm going to stop it there. So a little bit extra today. The Chelsea sort of pub will be open after, but we shall see. Obviously, Mikel Antonio, 1 goal last 10 appearances apparently in all competitions, and of course he's going to score about a bundle against us today. That's the way it normally works, isn't it? Olamide from Nigeria, how are you? Richard, good to see you in. Len as well. Lucas, good to see you in. And Paul A, if you're online, thank you very much for your comment, which has been pinned. Appreciated. Much, much appreciated. We're about 11 minutes away from kickoff. I'm watching the game on the BT Sport app, so just remember, I'm 1 minute delayed from the normal coverage, so no spoilers. We're going to watch this together as if we're watching it, obviously, live as it's happening. How you doing, Lucas? Hopefully you're doing well. But a big game today. What are you thinking about the team, everyone? Let me know in the chat before we get heavily involved in the game. So, massive game. Massive game. The game against Watford was a struggle, but the good thing is we come out of it with a win, and that was the good thing. Obviously, Trevor Chalobah's injury was bad, was a blow. Obviously, Chilwell's out injured still. N'Golo Kanté still out injured. Timo and Lukaku are obviously coming back from their injuries, but they're on the bench, I believe. Well, no, Lukaku is. Now, in games against West Ham gone by, they've set up quite defensively and they've made life difficult for Chelsea to try and break them down. I'm expecting the same thing again today from West Ham. Hi, Andrew. How are you? We're all good, mate. Thank you very much. Hope everyone is good and all their families are good too. Baraka, how are you? So, yeah, so West Ham have normally set up defensively back in the day, or they have done previously, and it's been difficult to break them down. Ideally, want a nice early Chelsea goal to put the cat amongst the pigeons and to get them to come out and face us, to come out and try and attack us and to open the game up, because that's when we can exploit the spaces. That's what we hope. Anyway, Baraka is over in Atlanta. I'll be over in Atlanta in February with work. Got to do a bit of travel. So that's coming up. Richard, nice early goal today to put the Hammers under pressure. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Len, how are you? Good to see you here. Len's pleased that we can see James and Jorginho back. It was a bit of a surprise in midweek against Watford that obviously when Chalobah was injured after being pushed into midfield, that Jorginho was remained on the bench, but maybe there was one eye on the game today. Lucas, I can't tell you who I work for. It's hush hush. I'm not a secret agent. I just can't tell you. I'm going to go with Chelsea to win by 2 here. I'm hoping it'll be 2-0. Anything more than that will be just unreal. Hoping it won't be 3-1. but I'm hoping it'll be another clean sheet for Mendy in the back three. Obviously, as I've said earlier, the back three is pretty much restored to type, apart from Cesar Azpi, who this could, well, turns out, I mean, he's out of contract into the season, and he could be his last season, with rumours that he could go back to Spain next year, and he's not really holding down a position. He was obviously substituted in the week as well. So it's Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and one other. And today it's Andreas Christensen, who many believe should be starting the games week in, week out. And that's a good shout. But obviously Trevor Chalobah has impressed in pre-season, and he's deserved his place with some really good, solid performances and goals. But of course, everyone on our back line has scored. Rudiger scored this season. Thiago Silva scored this season. Christensen scored. Chalobah scored. So the battle is there for places, and it's good to see. But obviously there isn't at the moment because Chalobah's got his hamstring pull. I didn't see Tuchel's press conference yesterday. I didn't see that, unfortunately, working. So we're just going to build up to the game. We're 7 minutes away from kickoff. I'm feeling quietly confident. Looking at the chat, most of you are as well, which is good. Now, watch Chelsea. Hopefully we get 3 points. We'll stay online until 3, talking about the game and anything else to do with Chelsea. Retro Chelsea, Chelsea now, Chelsea back in the day, Chelsea future. We'll have that conversation until 3. And then I've got to go back indoors with my wife and my little boy and put up Christmas decorations. His first Christmas. I'm going to try and make the most of it. Starting by putting up the decorations today. I know a lot of people have got their decorations done. It's the 4th of December, and I've already been seeing houses decorated already for about at least a week. What are some people like? Anyway, we're 5 or 6 minutes away from kickoff. This is a massive game. Coverage is on BT Sport in the UK. I'm watching it on the BT Sport app. I'm a minute behind the normal coverage, and we're going to talk you through it. Ball by ball coverage, the best ball by ball coverage you're going to find. And thanks to Paul A for his comment earlier, which is what you can see pinned up, which is very kind. David, how are you? Good to see you in as well. We get more and more people join. I need Andrew, moderator, I need you to keep eye on the chat, because obviously we get bombarded by people putting up their links to the game, and we're not going to do that. We don't want to advertise illegal links. That's why, guys, just so you know, on my channel, if the game is not showed on TV in the UK, I won't do a commentary. I'm not going to... I know I missed Amazon the other day, but I was working, didn't get in till late. But just to say and just to point out, if a game's not shown on TV, I won't be doing the commentary. I'm not going to advertise that I'm watching the game on an illegal stream, because I don't do that anyway. So there's no point. So, West Ham, obviously, under David Moyes, are a different proposition to what they have been previously. They're up there battling. Interesting game today. Interesting game. Hopefully, we can come through it. We just need to start well. We need to dominate the ball early. Need to create a couple of good early chances. Hopefully take them, or take one, or even both, or 3 of them, if we can create that many. And put West Ham under pressure from their own supporters to react. That way the game will open up. West Ham are currently 4th. They're 9 points behind Chelsea. Liverpool are currently 3rd, 2 points behind us. Man City are a point behind us. We've got a better goal difference than City, but Liverpool got a better goal difference to us. We beat West Ham today. We go 12 points clear of them, and they're in 4th place. And that just indicates, obviously, the breakaway. Chelsea are wearing their yellow kit, the away kit. I should have changed my kits around. I should have bought the yellow one and put it forward. It's Chelsea to come out first, led by Jorginho, followed by Edouard Mendy, towel on his shoulder, looking like he means business. Followed by Tony Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Andreas Christensen, Loftus-Cheek, Reece James back in the team today, Kai Havertz, Marcus Alonso, and Mason Mount. And out come West Ham. Massive, massive game. Let's start well. Let's start this game well. Let's create good early chances. Let's dominate the ball. And let's nick an early goal. As I keep saying, Chelsea will be expected to dominate possession of the football. And West Ham will sit there and they will be quite defensive. They'll try and be compact under David Moyes. And they'll look to Chelsea to try and break us down. If we can get an early goal, their whole game plan changes. They've then got to come out and attack us. And the game opens up. And that's when the spaces appear for the likes of Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount to exploit. But West Ham are a dangerous, dangerous outfit. And I'll go through their team. It's Lucas Fabianski in goal. Issa Diop, Craig Dawson, Kurt Zouma. Good to see him. And Kufau at the back. Souček, Rice, Ben Johnson and Jared Bowen. Mikel Antonio and Manuel Lanzini. Benrahma and Fornals are on the bench. And that's a surprise. Benrahma and Fornals, I thought they'd be playing, but they're not. So, Chelsea, Mendy in goal. Back three, Christensen, Rudiger and Silva. Reece James back in at right back. Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho and Alonso with Ziyech, Mount supporting Kai Havertz. On the bench, Kepa, Sarr, Aspi, Barkley, Saul Niguez disappointing midweek again. Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner. Look at that bench for Chelsea and look at the options that we've got to change the game. West Ham are being advertised in the same 3-4-3 formation as Chelsea, with Johnson, Rice, Souček and Kufau across their midfield. Four with Lanzini, Antonio and Bowen. Obviously Chelsea, we know that we're familiar with their formation. If you're not, why aren't you on a Chelsea channel? You should be. Looking for Hakim Ziyech to try and find space today and use that wand of a left foot against West Ham. So we're approaching kickoff. A couple of minutes away. Massive game. If Chelsea can win this game, we'll open up a gap to Man City to 4 points. 5 points to Liverpool. Put pressure on them to win their games. Chelsea, as we look at the TV coverage, Chelsea look like they're lining up, kicking from right to left. West Ham kicking from left to right, obviously. And Lanzini makes his first Premier League start of the season. And that's a surprise. I thought Fornals would be playing at least. Or Benrahma. Benrahma, I don't understand why he's not playing. Must have had an injury. But the TV coverage is looking at Reece James. He's the top scoring defender so far in the Premier League this season with 4 goals. What's the odds on Reece James doing it again today? Deep in conversation with Hakim Ziyech. They're both doing this, talking to each other on the halfway line because they got the camera stuck right in their faces. So, here we go. We're just approaching kickoff. Chelsea, massive game. I keep calling it a massive game. It is. Thomas Tuchel sitting there quite polite. Well, quite casual. In his puffer jacket, his cap, arms folded, sitting down, chewing his gum. And we're just waiting for the game to get underway. Chelsea just need to start well. Start well, dominate the ball early. It's Chelsea that's going to be kicking off. Kai Havertz will be kicking off. So it's Mason Mount as the players take a knee. Mason Mount gets us underway. Chelsea kick off. Mount back to Loftus-Cheek. Straight out to Reece James on the halfway line. Loftus-Cheek gets it back. Jorginho slows it down and goes back to Christensen, who takes 1 or 2, 3 touches. Back out to Reece James. Chelsea starting dominating the ball early, which is good. Hi, Jane. Good to see you in. Loftus-Cheek under pressure. Back to Thiago Silva. Releases the ball early under pressure. It's evaded Kai Havertz and Zouma plays it back to the goalkeeper. Fabianski launches one. Up over halfway. Antonio flicks it forward. There's nobody there. Silva just takes a touch and nice ball into Mason Mount, who's got acres of space inside their half. Out to left-hand side to Alonso. Edge of the box left-hand side. Mount continues his run to the byline. Tries to get a crossing back. Pulling it back towards the penalty spot. Declan Rice clears it away. Chelsea throwing right by the corner flag on the left-hand side. Left wing. Alonso keen to grab the ball early and get hold of it, and he does. Havertz comes close. Comes short. Mason Mount on the byline. Gets in behind. Go back to Alonso. Moves away from the corner flag. Backwards towards about 30 yards from goal. Rudiger into Jorginho. West Ham pushing out in their shape, and we're forced back to Silva, and he goes all the way back to Edouard Mendy. West Ham are doing what Man United did. They're pushing up inside our half, but they're not pressing. They're just sort of sitting off 10 yards inside our half, and as soon as the ball goes forward, they start to press. Jorginho's picked it up. He finds Hakim Ziyech, who's dropped just top of the centre circle and lays it off to Reece James. Back inside to Loftus-Cheek. Reece James is given a push in the back by Zuma, goes over, referee says foul, and he's given it. Chelsea have got a free kick right at centre. It's about 25 yards from goal. It's actually a foul by Declan Rice, and then Zuma followed up. So Reece James to take it. 30 yards from goal. It's level with the edge of the penalty box on the right-hand side. Chelsea with plenty of bodies forward. Rudiger's in there making himself a nuisance. Thiago Silva's there. Alonso's there. Jorginho's there. Loftus-Cheek's there. James is eyeing it up. We've got Mason Mount and Ziyech hanging around outside the box. Cross comes in from Reece James towards the penalty spot, headed away by Declan Rice. They win second ball, but Chelsea pick up the third ball. Loftus-Cheek collects it, goes back halfway line to Christensen, who plays the ball out wide right, looking for Kai Havertz, who worked out there, and it's balls. He goes up against the defender, doesn't win it. I think it was Johnson, and the ball goes out of play for a West Ham throw-in. Good start and good pressure early from Chelsea. West Ham throwing 25 yards out from their own goal line. Johnson's looking to take it. He's got Lanzini and Rice close. Nobody's up the line yet. Chelsea sort of boxed them in and covered off the runs. And they take it up the line. Reece James pulls back. Antonio, referee says play on. And he does. Rudiger's collected the ball. Tony Rudiger collects it. Top of the centre circle. Ball. He tries to play a ball outside of his right foot curler from the left-hand side, curling towards the penalty spot, overplays it straight into the arms of Fabianski, who rolls it out to Dawson, right-hand side. Mason Mount goes to shut him down, force him to launch it long, and he does. And Bowen's got him behind Rudiger, but it comes off the back of his heel. Rudiger collects it, nice and simple, slows it down. Alonso, halfway inside our half, left-hand side. Into Rudiger, little dink pass up the line to Mason Mount, back to Alonso, and now up the line to Havertz. Zuma's come across to cut him off. He does. Back to Fabianski. Fabianski takes a touch, then launches it out to his right-hand side. Alonso wins the header, and Hakim Ziyech collects it on the turn. Brings it down, edge of the box, but he's crowded out by a number of players. West Ham get it away. Soufal and Declan Rice. Chelsea pressure in them and won the ball back. Well done, Chelsea. Rice outmuscles Mason Mount, collects the ball and comes away with it outside of his box and plays it off to Diop, who goes wide left to Johnson. Pressured by Reece James. Ziyech is over Declan Rice, and Declan Rice just turns away from him. Then plays the ball square. They're halfway inside their own half, West Ham. Dawson plays it wide right to Soufal. Chelsea are pressing to shut them down. We're going backwards. They play the ball up the line. Jorginho, ball's gone out of play. Chelsea win the ball back on the halfway line. David Moyes is going mental about something. He's going mad about the fact that West Ham didn't get awarded the throw-in. Chelsea totally dominant. Alonso gets the ball back from Havertz after the throw-in. West Ham win it back. It comes to Lanzini, but who was that? Loftus-Cheek comes in to challenge Lanzini. About 35 yards from our goal line, in the middle. I say top of the centre circle. And he brings him down. Chelsea free kick. Played out right-hand side to Reece James. He goes back to Andreas Christensen. Takes a touch. Gets back to Jorginho. Reece James, halfway line. Right wing, collects it. Back to Andreas Christensen. Jorginho, just inside 10 yards. Gives it back to Christensen, who steps up to the halfway line. Right-hand side. Gives it to Reece James. West Ham defending numbers. Gone out to Havertz and falls back to Christensen. Thiago Silva plays it inside the centre circle to Loftus-Cheek. Can turn and play it to his left-hand side to Rudiger. Inside their halfway. Finds Hakim Ziyech with 7 players behind the ball for West Ham. Look, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek. West Ham defend the edge of their box. Wide right now, Reece James. Cross comes in, blocked. Falls to Hakim Ziyech. He toe punts it under pressure, and it's easy for Fabianski. To be fair, Ziyech had to stretch for it. Couldn't get there. He managed to get something on it. The cross was deflected off Johnson from Reece James. Just he literally put his foot out and stubbed it towards the goalkeeper. West Ham have got the ball. Play it back to Diop. Lanzini back to Diop, and Chelsea pressing high with Ziyech. Lanzini collects it. Jorginho's in front of him, shutting him down. Declan Rice, little 5-yard passes inside their own half, West Ham. Diop goes back to Fabianski. Edge of his 6-yard box and Chelsea going to press. Dawson now. Ball up the line, right-hand side. Finds Bowen under pressure from Rudiger. Comes off Bowen. And West Ham has shown an image of the youngster that the couple that tortured the youngster in the UK that went down, thankfully, yesterday. They're showing a picture and it's a round of applause for the youngster who never stood a chance, bless him, which is good to see. Back to the football. Jorginho on the halfway line collects it. West Ham backed off. Everyone behind the ball inside their own half. Chelsea work out to the right-hand side to Reece James. Little 10-yard ball to Loftus-Cheek and gets it back as Reece James comes inside. He's got no option to go forward, so he goes back to Thiago Silva, who tries to lay a ball off and gives it straight to Jarrod Bowen. West Ham now pushing up into our half. Bowen, edge of our box, driving forward, left foot, shoots wide. Mendy was beaten. Thiago Silva gets the ball back and he just tries to play that first time, little dink pass sideways, and it just straight to Bowen. Hits him on the knee and Bowen breaks forward. He literally gets left foot to the edge of our box and he shoots. But to be fair, he shoots 5 yards wide. He's trying to claim that it was a corner, but it never was. Chelsea goal kick. First little bit of play from West Ham, but apart from that, Chelsea totally dominant in the game. Mendy's taken his time with the goal kick in the 6-yard box. He's got Silva one side, Rudiger the other. He gives it to Silva to his right. West Ham go to press, back to Mendy, launches it. Havertz underneath it, or Ziyech was underneath it. Got a push in the back from Diop. West Ham free kick. Referee didn't give it. Hi Dale, how you doing? Good to see you in. Johnson to take the throw-in. He's 5 yards inside our half on the left-hand side. Our right wing, their left side. Inside to Lanzini, who's under pressure, just dinks it forward. Thiago Silva and Mendy and Rudiger have a mix-up. They've now found it to Mikel Antonio. Cross comes in the box, headed down and wide. Wide by Souček. Again, Thiago Silva's a bit nervy in the beginning here. Him and Rudiger have got too close to each other. When the two defenders get too close to each other, it just creates confusion. They sort of looked to go for the same ball, then Rudiger stopped and Thiago Silva sort of hesitated and headed it straight down to Rudiger, and he just gave the ball away. Anyway, it's a Chelsea goal kick again. Edouard Mendy's going to take it. This time he tells everyone to move forward, and he launches it up over halfway. He doesn't get that far. Alonso's got time to bring the ball down, and he does. Gives it inside to Jorginho. Jorginho finds Thiago Silva, halfway inside our half. Goes one more to Christensen. Christensen out to Reece James on the byline, halfway line, inside to Jorginho. Jorginho now, Hakim Ziyech drops deep to get involved and finds Mason Mount in space. Halfway inside their half. Wide left now, Alonso. 10 yards from the byline. Back to Mason Mount. Outside the box is Reece James. Looking to shoot. He does. Gets it on target. Good shot, but saved low down to his right-hand side, Fabianski. The ball bounced just in front of him, so he could literally, he done well, Fabianski. It actually bounced on the edge of the 6-yard box. And Fabianski got down and got his body behind it. Good save from Fabianski. He launches it up over halfway, 10 yards inside our half. And Christensen, big header, free header. Finds Ziyech, who lays it back to Reece James, back to Christensen. To Thiago Silva, lays it off to Christensen again on the byline. Deep inside our half, Jorginho, West Ham pressing. Back to Silva, across to Mendy. Takes a loose touch, but gets away with it. Gives it to Rudiger. Bowen comes across. Rudiger steps inside and does well. Finds Loftus-Cheek, who's dropped deep. Halfway inside our half. 1-2 is Ziyech. Gets the ball now as Loftus-Cheek. Over the halfway line to the right-hand side of centre. Hakim Ziyech. She's got Reece James outside of him, but Ziyech is driving forward. Edge of the box. He lays it off now even to Reece James. He goes back to Jorginho. West Ham defending deep in numbers. 7 or 8 behind the ball here. Edge of their box. Chelsea are made to work here. Mason Mount in the channel. Pulls it back to the edge of the box and Kai Havertz. Unlucky. Good move. Mason Mount made a run in behind Kurt Zouma and the left back. And he gets to the byline and he pulls the ball back and Kai Havertz makes that run towards the near post. And he slots it right-footed, but it goes wide. Unlucky. He was under pressure from Dawson. He's just outside the far post, or the near post, Havertz. He tries to connect it. He gets too good a connection on it, so the ball goes straight rather than clipping it towards the back post. And the ball goes wide. Good move from Chelsea. Unlucky. Fabianski to take the goal kick. It was actually offside they've given. It goes over the head of Loftus-Cheek. Chelsea wins second ball, but Antonio tries to collect it, crowded out by Chelsea, but that's a good battle. Shoulder to shoulder, Reece James and Antonio. And Antonio wins the first one, but then gives the ball away to Mason Mount, deep inside our half. Lays it off to Kai Havertz. Halfway line Havertz, working out to the right-hand side. He's got Ziyech on the outside of him, but stops the ball. Lays it to the left-hand side to Rudiger. Halfway inside their half. He's got Havertz through the middle calling for it. He's got Reece James short for it, but goes one more wide right to Hakim Ziyech on that left foot, corner of the penalty box. On the left foot, cross comes in. It's not enough air on it. They get the ball away. Reece James collects it inside their half. Top of the centre circle, Jorginho. West Ham backed off. Everyone behind the ball. We work it out to Rudiger. Back inside to Jorginho. Back to goal. Halfway inside their half. Under pressure finds Thiago Silva, who slows it down, literally. Just slows it down, walking pace. West Ham are backed off. Reece James now. Loftus-Cheek. Jorginho. They're 5 yards away from each other. Little dink passes to each other. Looking for an opening. Hakim Ziyech drops deep. West Ham. He turns around with the ball. Top of the centre circle. Lays it off to Mason Mount. He flicks it over his head to the outside of the left-hand side to Rudiger. Mount now. West Ham have got backed off again. They've got two banks. So they've got a bank of 4 and a bank of 5. And just Mikel Antonio. So including the goalkeeper, there's 10 players behind the ball at all times. But now Antonio is, as we work it back to the centre circle. Christensen. Thiago Silva, literally on the centre spot. Gives it to Jorginho. Jorginho, top of the centre circle, gives it out left-hand side to Mason Mount. Havertz makes a run, he does, down to the byline. Lays it back out to the left-hand side to Alonso, but again, West Ham defending deep in numbers. Chelsea trying to break them down. They've got solid units, West Ham. Chelsea might be finding the balls in behind, but as soon as you look up and try and find the middle, you've got one person or two in there up against 5 defenders. And Chelsea still got possession, working it to the left-hand side of the penalty box. Alonso, but he looks up, he's got 7 West Ham players up against Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz. So we have to go backwards. This game's got to scream out for Timo Werner with balls over the top to force them backwards and open up the space. Chelsea working it out to the right-hand side. We give it out to Christensen. Hakim Ziyech has got a little bit of space and plays a raking pass out to the left-hand side. Edge of the box, Mason Mount brings it down. Mount back onto his left foot. Tries to get a crossing, deflected by Soufal, who launches it over his head and away. Bowen drops deep to collect it. Rudiger's up against him. No foul. No foul. He does well, Rudiger. He actually wins the ball, but Bowen dives. Referee bought it. It's a West Ham free kick on their right-hand side, edge of their own penalty box, or just outside it. Rudiger hasn't got to do that. If you're forcing them backwards, stand up. Make him play the ball. Don't dive in there. He's facing his own bloody corner flag, 10 yards away from it. Stupid free kick to give away. Dale, welcome to the squad. So, just seeing Hudson-Odoi, Sarr and Lukaku having a chat on the bench. The commentators must be talking about the fact that Lukaku isn't starting the game. I know we're trying to ease him back. Fabianski's taken all this time to take that free kick, and he does. He launched it up the line. Rudiger's got a free header. They head it back towards our goal. We get it up towards Havertz. Zuma beats him, of course he does. Then Jorginho just heads it away from our half, into their half. Diop is heading back towards his own goal, but stops and gives it Declan Rice. Hakim Ziyech, halfway inside their own half, shuts him down, but Reece James. Declan Rice, out to the right-hand side to Dawson. Ball up the line, looking for Soufal, the left back or right back, to get in behind Alonso. They win second ball with Souček. Level the edge of our box, right wing, inside to Bowen. He's forced backwards to Soufal. Up against Jorginho and Alonso. Inside to Bowen. Back outside to Bowen. 1-2 with Lanzini. Chelsea doing well, forcing him back to Dawson. Back to Declan Rice, top of the centre circle. He's forced backwards inside his own half by Hakim Ziyech. He's looking to play the ball outside the left-hand side to Diop, and now Havertz goes across. Halfway line. West Ham play the ball up the line. Johnson. Antonio tries to outmuscle Christensen. Christensen wins the battle and Chelsea win the ball back. Well done. Loftus-Cheek finds 20 yards of space over halfway, right of centre. Comes back across this left-hand side and gives it to Mason Mount. Mount gives it to Alonso, who looks up and there's another 7 West Ham defenders behind the ball with just Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz inside with Reece James wide right. That's the problem Chelsea got. Chelsea got loads of possession, moving the ball around, and it's good to move the ball as we do now to Alonso out wide left. Havertz, just outside the box, tried to lay it off, but gives the ball away, but we win it back. Jorginho wins it, trying to get a ball over the top to Alonso. West Ham defending in numbers. They do that under David Moyes, and they do it well, West Ham. You've got to say that. No foul again, Rudiger. He doesn't this time, but then Bowen plays it off of Alonso. West Ham have got their own throw-in again on the right-hand side, halfway. I'd say it's probably about 25 yards from their own goal line. Tuchel's up off his... proper job. Dale, just the one today at the moment. Might have a few beers tonight when my little boy's gone to bed. We're going to try the little boy going in his own cot for the first time tonight. So wifey's going to go there with him to make sure he's all right for the evening. So she's going to do all the feed. So I'm going to have a couple of beers tonight, I think. Hopefully celebrating 3 points. Anyway, back to the game. West Ham have wasted their throw-in. They tried to play it forward and just had it straight out of play. Alonso, right in front of David Moyes. Looks like Def warmed up, bless him. Not Alonso, David Moyes. He gets the ball back from Loftus-Cheek, but Declan Rice is all over him. West Ham win the ball back. They're driving forward with Lanzini. Chelsea have fouled Lanzini right on the corner. To be fair, Declan Rice was fouled the first time. Referee gave her the advantage, and then Lanzini was fouled on the edge of the box. But they're going to bring it back for the first foul. Alonso fouled Declan Rice. Alonso's great going forward, but defensively he's suspect. You have to say that. I don't be negative about anybody, but Alonso's got to do better as a defender, surely. He's out on the byline and he's diving in halfway inside their half. A stupid challenge. Now, West Ham have got a free kick here on the right-hand side. They're about 35 yards from goal, right out on the byline. Chelsea have pushed up their defensive line 5 yards outside our penalty box. David Moyes is bellowing at the two guys over the free kick here. And they're both sort of looking at David Moyes doing this to say, well, who's taking it? It's going to be Declan Rice. Chelsea have pushed up the defensive line 5 yards outside the box. Mendy's on the edge of his 6-yard box. The cross comes in right foot outswinger towards the back post. Loftus-Cheek does well and beats Kurt Zouma to it and heads it away. Well done. Well done. Yes, Lucas, proper job. Don't mind a bit of proper job, I've got to say that. Loftus-Cheek did great. To be fair, between Kai Havertz and Loftus-Cheek, they crowded out Kurt Zouma. Okay, corner to West Ham. Our right-hand side, their left wing. It's going to be a right foot in-swinger from Lanzini. Obviously, Zuma's a danger. Alonso's on Zouma. Get the ball away. Cross comes in. They flick it on Dawson near post. We half clear it. Dawson doesn't connect on it. He gets it on goal, but it's easy for many to fall on it and just collect the ball. Alonso blocking off Zouma at the back post. Zouma couldn't go forward anywhere. Well done, Alonso. So Chelsea's goal kick's taken quickly. We roll it out. We find Reece James up on the byline. He tries to find Kai Havertz up the line. The ball's blocked off. Chelsea got themselves a throw-in. 10 yards from the halfway line. Reece James nicking a yard or two. You've got to say that. Taking his time. Throws it back to Christensen under pressure. Just brings it, tests it and volleys it away. They just volley it forward. Thiago Silva wins another header. It's up in the air again. Bring the ball down. And West Ham do. Bowen wins a header. Back to Lanzini. Johnson. Antonio wide left. Reece James up against him. He gets across him without looking, to be fair. And Mendy, nice and simple. Nice and easy. Good bit of play from West Ham. 20 minutes gone. Chelsea have been totally dominant. West Ham have come forward a couple of times, but Chelsea have done well, but we can't find any outball, or not outball, but they're defending deep in numbers. Chelsea trying to play the ball forward from the goal kick, up to Reece James. 10 yards inside our half, crowded out by 4 West Ham players. The ball's launched in the air at the minute. It's very bitty. Someone's pinching it off somebody else, and somebody else is then nicking and winning it. Then Reece James, Loftus-Cheek gets the ball and then draws the foul. And Chelsea play early. Mason Mount, wide left, out to Alonso, 25 yards from goal. Up against Soufal, turns to the outside, tries to get across him, blocked off by Soufal. Chelsea corner from the left-hand side. Chelsea's left wing, West Ham's right-hand side. I'm back in my old chair that keeps falling down and up like Bob like this. But Chelsea's corner, Hakim Ziyech comes out to take it from our left-hand side. Left foot outswinger. His corners in the week were good. Let's make it count. Avoid Kurt Zouma. Giuseppe, I'm good, mate. How are you? 21 minutes gone. 22 minutes gone. Chelsea corner. Ziyech to take a left foot outswinger. Arms in the air, which generally means near post. And he doesn't beat the first defender. But Reece James collects second ball. Back out to Ziyech. Up against Soufal. Does his step over. Comes inside. Lays it off to Jorginho. Tries to get across in the box. He's forced backwards to Andreas Christensen. Top of the centre circle. Gives it back to Jorginho under pressure from Bowen. But steps away from him. And then Declan Rice comes out and fouls him. And it is a foul. It is a free. The referee's given the free kick the other way. Declan Rice just took Jorginho out. And Jorginho's been booked for it as well. It's a foul from Declan Rice on Jorginho. He plays Jorginho, not the ball, Declan Rice. He doesn't even get anywhere near the ball. Jorginho falls over. And as he falls over, Jorginho collects the ball. It's a blatant foul from Rice. He takes Jorginho out. So the referee books Jorginho for picking the ball up. And gives the free kick to Declan Rice. It's just stupid. They take the free kick by launching it up to Antonio. He's left of the penalty box. Christensen's up against him. Zuma just launches it. Christensen up against Antonio. He goes up to win the header. Antonio just sort of barges him, just eases him away. He gets inside the penalty box left-hand side. Antonio launches it 20 yards over the bar. Easy. Chelsea goal kick with Mendy. He's telling everybody to push up outside the box. Thiago Silva as if to say, just give it to me, but okay, we'll get outside the box. So Thiago Silva and Rudiger move forward. Mendy launches it up to halfway. Havertz doesn't win the first header. Bowen collects the second ball in the halfway line. Goes back to Declan Rice, who just gives it outside of him to Diop. He goes one more up to the centre circle, up to, the halfway line, and tries to play a first-time ball to Antonio, but Chelsea win it. Loftus-Cheek holds off Lanzini, as he does, Loftus-Cheek. Brilliant. Inside to Jorginho, top of the centre circle. Mason Mount drops to collect the ball, and he does. He's now going to find it and give it to Alonso. He doesn't. He comes back on his right foot, Mount. Left to centre. Back to Rudiger. Back to Thiago Silva, halfway line. Allowed to take 4 touches. West Ham are just defending their box. They're half even. Outside to Reece James. Havertz comes short. Gives it to him. Lays it off to Ziyech. Reece James on his outside. West Ham, everyone behind the ball. At least 7 players on the edge of their own box. Chelsea can't find the ball in the box to try and open them up here. A lot of focus today is on Lukaku. Chelsea working it to the left-hand side to Rudiger now. Alonso, edge of the box, left-hand side. Cross comes in. Zuma heads it away. Alonso collects second ball. Lays it off to Rudiger. Beats Bowen in doing so. We go back to Thiago Silva. Left-hand side of the centre circle. Good ball to Reece James. Reece James is 25 yards out. Right-hand side. Cross comes in. Havertz wins the header. And it's easy for Fabianski. There was no real sort of pace on the ball. Easy for Fabianski. He's made 3 saves, Fabianski. They've all been easy so far. They're playing out from the back and Chelsea are pressing, but Diop's come over to the centre. He's from left to centre. Dawson to Zuma. Out to Declan Rice, who dropped into left back position. Lanzini dropped deep inside his own half to collect the ball. Bottom of the centre circle, collects it. Chelsea defending our own half. Now working across as the ball goes to the right-hand side. Mount goes. It gets laid off to Soufal, and there's Alonso pushing on and plays it off of him out for a West Ham throw-in. David Moyes is giving Soufal some instructions here. Probably asking for a fan heater. Bless him. David Moyes is someone that always looks cold. Anyway, Soufal on the right-hand side collects the ball from a 1-2. He's worked towards the edge of our box. Lays it inside the box to Souček. Tries to spin Thiago Silva. As we all know, Thiago Silva's more experience than that, and then plays it to Alonso, who plays it off of Soufal, and Chelsea win a throw-in deep by our own corner flag. Dale, keep your eye on Giuseppe. He's all right. Giuseppe's normally okay. I don't see what he posted. Anyway, Alonso's got the throw-in. 10 yards from our corner flag. He's doing that bit where he's saying to people, move across, and he's stepping forward as he does. Gives it Jorginho, and then launches it up to halfway line, over the head of Kai Havertz. Mason Mount even. Chelsea have won the ball inside our half. Loftus-Cheek now finds Reece James. West Ham was on the back foot. There's only 3 defenders back. Havertz, edge of the box, right-hand side. Gets to the byline, tries to get across him. Blocked away by Diop. Big chance for Chelsea there. He won the ball high inside their half. They had 3 defenders backing off. We had 4 in attack, and we didn't use the ball properly. But we've managed to get ourselves a corner. To be fair, Kai Havertz, naturally left-footed, made the run out the right-hand side. Gets given the ball, and he's then stuck with the fact that he's on his right foot. Done well to win the corner. 27 minutes gone. Chelsea corner from the right wing. Going to be a left-foot in-swinger from Hakim Ziyech, we hope. Jorginho's on the 6-yard box. Loftus-Cheek's near post. Alonso, Rudiger, Havertz, Silva. Cross comes in. Loftus-Cheek tries to flick it forward, but there's someone right behind him who heads it away, and it's a Chelsea corner. Can we make this count? 102 people watching, 110 so far. Chelsea corner. Smash the like button. Chelsea corner from the right wing. Chelsea, plenty of bodies in the box here. Let's make it count. Right foot corner, done by Mason Mount. Thiago Silva gets down. Thiago Silva scores! Come on! Thiago Silva, 1-0 Chelsea. Get in! Great corner. Great delivery from Mason Mount. On the right-hand side. Thiago Silva, he makes that 5-10 yard run towards the near post. Let me watch this goal again. Fabianski beating at his near post. As Thiago Silva heads the ball down. Let's see it again. He's on the penalty spot, Thiago Silva. Mikel Antonio's trying to mark him. He literally just shoves him to one side. Heads it down. And Fabianski, he heads it down. Fabianski's got to do better. He can't. The ball bounces down. And Fabianski is on the stretch. He's in the middle of his own goal. He's on the stretch and fingertips. It hits the inside of the post and gets into the near post. And it's Chelsea 1, West Ham 0. That's what we wanted. David Moyes is shaking his head. That's what we wanted. Fabianski kicks the near post. The West Ham players are sort of thinking, my God, he should have done better with that. But Thiago Silva strikes. That's what we wanted. West Ham been defending deep in numbers. Chelsea have had good possession here as West Ham play the ball forward and Antonio's won a corner for West Ham. No, they kept the ball in play. Johnson, left wing. Cross comes in towards the back post. Soufal up against Alonso. Alonso wins it. Good save from Chelsea. I think it was off the line. I think it was Thiago Silva who's going mental at the Chelsea players for switching off. West Ham play the ball forward. They work out the left-hand side. The cross comes in. It gets half cleared and it comes out to Soufal. And it's Thiago Silva. Mendy can't get there. And Thiago Silva in a 6-yard box clears the ball away. Declan Rice heads it back into the arms of Mendy. Thiago Silva's on the right go at the players here for not switching on. Anyway, Chelsea have got possession. They work it up to the right-hand side to the halfway line. Mason Mount. Great corner from Mason Mount. Right foot outswinger high, which gave Thiago Silva and the runners a chance to view the flight of the ball. And he heads it down and scores a good goal, Thiago Silva. This is what I was talking about before the game. West Ham have been defending deep in numbers. They've been defending deep in 7 or 8 bodies behind the ball or on the edge of their box. They've now got to come out and chase the game. Now there's going to be space open up and we can exploit it. And Chelsea have done well on the left-hand side. Inside our half with their press, and we played around it. Loftus-Cheek finds Reece James inside their half. Declan Rice goes across. He lays it out to the right wing to Mason Mount. Cross comes in early. Yeah, Kai Havertz going towards the 6-yard box. He had Alonso on the penalty spot. West Ham clear the ball away. Chelsea get back in the box and cleared away again. It comes out to Loftus-Cheek. West Ham backed off. Chelsea doing really well here. Playing well. Playing confidently as well. Knocking the ball about. And we're now going to find ourselves dominating this game. West Ham have got to change the way they play. Expect Fornals and Ben Rama second half. Jorginho's got the ball. Halfway inside their half. No rush now. Gives it to Thiago Silva. Top of the centre circle. West Ham literally stopped finds Reece James. Edge of the box, right-hand side. Mount goes to the byline. Cross comes in. Kai Havertz is barged away on the 6-yard box. Ziyech collects it on the byline. Left foot. Cross it back to the penalty spot. Comes out to Loftus-Cheek. Shoots deflected into the arms of Fabianski. Chelsea now get into really good areas. Alonso, he made a good run first time, ignored. But that one nearly found him. And West Ham play the ball forward up to Bowen, who loses it. And Chelsea win the ball back with Jorginho. Bottom of the centre circle. Lays it off to Rudiger. Finds Ziyech. Halfway line. Back to Rudiger. And Bowen presses. So he goes back to Edouard Mendy, who's by the penalty spot. Plays the ball one touch outside to Christensen. Inside to Loftus-Cheek. Gets it back. Christensen up to the halfway line to Kai Havertz. Lays it off to Reece James. Good one-touch football from Chelsea so far. We're playing the ball backwards to keep on the possession. Making West Ham chase the ball, which is good. And we go back to Mendy. Back out to Rudiger. Left-hand side. Driving forward up to halfway. Bowen gives up the chase. Got Alonso now to the byline. Alonso. Cross comes in. Looking for Havertz near post. Crowded out by both Diop and Zuma. And it's a Chelsea corner. Chelsea doing really well now. Really well. Old Def warmed up, bless him, David Moyes. He's got to change the way they're playing. He's got to. They've got to chase the game and more space will open up. Chelsea corner now from our left wing. Hakim Ziyech pulls his socks up over his knees. This time, arms not in the air, which indicates he's normally back post. Left foot outswinger from Ziyech. Deep towards the back post and they head the ball away. Only as far as Reece James, who collects it, lays it off to Christensen, who shoots from 30 yards out. And you can imagine where it ended up. 5 yards over the bar. Got to look at the goal again. Cross comes in. Thiago Silva, free header. Great header. He heads the ball down, back the way it come. Great goal from Thiago Silva. Great goal. And then, literally, within a couple of minutes, he clears the ball off his own goal line. Outstanding. West Ham come forward. Mendy, Thiago Silva, they're forced into an error here. Declan Rice collects it halfway inside our half and plays it right wing to Soufal. Alonso goes out to meet him. He tries to play the ball up the line, blocked off by Alonso. Well done. And then Hakim Ziyech, great touch. He collects it. Dawson comes charging in. He just moves it out of his feet. Dawson brings him down. He doesn't get booked for it. Shocking. Chelsea free kick. Well done to Hakim Ziyech. His footballing brain is outstanding. Tuchel back sitting down now, looking more than comfortable. Chewing his gum. Tony Rudiger's got a free kick for Chelsea here. Halfway inside our half. Launches it high over their defence. And Kai Havertz, the left-hand side of the penalty box. Driven out wide by Zuma towards the corner flag. They get the ball away. Chelsea throwing. Level the edge of the penalty box. Left-hand side, our left wing. Ziyech takes it short to Alonso. Gets it back. Forced backwards by Soufal. Ziyech doesn't panic. Just lays it off to Rudiger. Goes back inside our half to Thiago Silva, who drops off to give him the option. Silva now, right-hand side of centre to Christensen, halfway inside their half. Christensen, outside of him is Reece James. West Ham once again, 7 bodies behind the ball, edge of their box. Loftus-Cheek finds Ziyech. She's got Alonso wide left and gives it to him. Level the edge of the box, Alonso. Falls back inside a little bit, finds Rudiger, takes 1, 2, 3 touches. Tries to curl one, blocked off. Alonso collects a loose ball. West Ham pedestrian. Absolutely pedestrian. Chelsea just dictating the ball brilliantly. Loftus-Cheek finds Mason Mount. Shoots from distance. Easy, though. Easy for Fabianski. Woodshed, you missed a goal. Thiago Silva header from a corner from Mason Mount corner. Chelsea totally dominant. West Ham pedestrian. They're playing it out from the back and Ziyech wins it on the edge of the box. Well done, Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech collects it, lays off to Mason Mount, tries to find Loftus-Cheek inside. They block it off, and then Jorginho follows up, and his shot's blocked. It goes out to the left wing. Well done, Mason Mount. Johnson, level the edge of his own penalty box, tries to get the ball away. Mount goes to shut him down. It goes off for a West Ham throw. Well done, Chelsea. Playing well, Chelsea, really well. A much better performance than Watford than we started against Watford. Let's just say that. Chelsea fans loving it so far. David Moyes, arms folded, watching what's developing, which, let's be honest, for them, isn't much. They take their throw in and work the ball backwards inside their own penalty box. Dawson goes to his left-hand side, level the edge of his own box to Fabianski, who's forced into launching it high. Up over Ben Johnson and Reece James. Chelsea win it. Then Johnson collects second ball, gives it to Declan Rice, who's shut down by Jorginho. Goes back to Zuma, shut down by Kai Havertz. Forces him to left-hand side, Zuma. And just manages to find Souček. 1-2 with Lanzini. Souček, bottom of the centre circle, wide right to Soufal, halfway line. Looks for Antonio's run. Thiago Silva just spots it. Nips in front, wins it. Chelsea win the ball back with Ziyech, who's fouled on the halfway line. Referee says play on. Ridiculous. Lanzini, top of the centre circle, looks to the feet of Antonio with Thiago Silva up his back. Forced backwards to Soufal. Inside to Dawson. Bottom of the centre circle now, Kurt Zuma. Wide left to Diop. They work it up the line to Johnson, but forced backwards because Reece James is up his arse. Back to Diop and he goes back to Fabianski and goal. Smash that like button for me, people. Come on, smash the like button. 128 people watching. Can we get to 50 ASAP? Reece James collects it. Goes to Rudiger. Chelsea go back to Mendy. Now West Ham press. Out to Christensen. Jorginho drops deep to help him. Lays it back to Mendy, but Bowen's there. Stupid ball from Jorginho. And Bowen, no. Giving a penalty away. Jorginho's played the ball back blind to Mendy. Mendy didn't want the ball back, and Jorginho's given it to him. And Bowen is there with Mendy. And Bowen nicks in front of Mendy. He's trying to stop. Mendy's forced to take a touch. He's trying to hold off Bowen. And Bowen does well to nick in front of Mendy. And he nicks the ball away from him. And Mendy brings him down. It's a West Ham penalty. Jorginho didn't even look when he played the pass. Stupid pass. Deary me. He didn't even look. He got the ball inside and just played. He just plays it blind to Mendy. And Mendy's disgusted. Like, he's looking at him as if to say, what are you doing? Lanzini's going to step up and take the penalty. Up against Mendy. Referee's telling Mendy to go back on his goal line. West Ham have not been in this game. They've had a little bit of pressure. Come on, Mendy, save it against Lanzini. If they score this, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. No spoilers, MCIG. No spoilers in the chat. Lanzini steps up. Penalty. Mendy goes to his left. He plays it to the right-hand side. It's 1-1. Not deserved at all. But Jorginho makes another mistake. And from nothing, West Ham have got themselves an equaliser. They've not been in the game, West Ham. Chelsea have been totally dominant. Totally dominant. The West Ham fans are going potty, celebrating. Stupid ball from Jorginho. Honestly. Mendy didn't want the ball. He didn't want it. And he tries to hold off Lanzini, Bowen. But by doing so, he sort of leans into Bowen and his touch is loose. And then Bowen could nip in front of him, which is what he did. He couldn't hoof it because Bowen was right in front of him. If he hoofed it away and followed through, would caught Bowen. And he would have given a penalty anyway. Chelsea kick off. Back to Christensen. Reece James. Back to Christensen. Launched it up the line. Looking for the run of Chelsea. West Ham going to sit back deep now. Over the top to Zuma, who just launched it out of play. Chelsea got a throw in on the right wing. Level the edge of their penalty box. Reece James to take it. Tuchel shaking his head, sitting on the bench. We've been in complete control of this game. We take the throw in. Reece James back to Jorginho. Up the line. Loftus-Cheek pulls it back to Hakim Ziyech. Shot blocked on the penalty spot. Out to Havertz. His shot's blocked. Comes across to Rudiger. And Rudiger can't get on the end of it. And West Ham pick the ball up with Fabianski. Chelsea are finding so much space. So much space. Fabianski's taking his time. That's more than 6 seconds, referee. More than 6 seconds. Launches it. Up over halfway. Lanzini, Michael Antonio goes down under a challenge from Reece James. Referee says gives nothing. Then he goes and challenges Johnson. It's a West Ham throw-in on the right-hand side. All right, their left-hand side. They're going to take their time. So what's going to happen? West Ham now going to defend their deep in numbers again. By the way, Zenit versus Chelsea on Wednesday is a 5:15 kickoff. I'm working. I won't be doing commentary for that game. Anyway, Chelsea have forced an error and we got ourselves a throw-in. 10 yards inside our own half. Right wing. Reece James to take it. Looking for an option. Taking his time. Forced backwards to Mendy, and he's forced under pressure and kicks the ball straight out of play. Come on, Mendy, get your head right. West Ham throwing, level the edge of our box. Lanzini gets it back from Johnson. Back to Johnson. Cross comes in, blocked by Reece James. West Ham throwing by the corner flag. Their left wing, our right-hand side. Another gets it back from Lanzini. Cross comes in. Good header, Thiago Silva, up against Souček. Loftus-Cheek heads it away. West Ham now playing with confidence. Now they got themselves a goal that was unexpected, let's just say that. Head tennis at the minute. Zuma wins a big header over Havertz and Lanzini collects it. Halfway inside our half, left-hand side. Finds Antonio back to goal with Thiago Silva up against him. Gives it out to Declan Rice. Soufal up the line to Bowen. Rudiger, don't foul. Comes inside Bowen, but forced backwards. Halfway inside his own half. Our half, sorry. Lays it to the byline to Soufal. Line up across. Takes a touch. Bowen and Rudiger gone down off the ball. Referee said nothing doing. Gone back to Zuma. Diop halfway inside our half. Left-hand side. Goes left wing out to Johnson. Inside to Souček. Forced backwards to Dawson. Top of the centre circles. Declan Rice. Ziyech's over him. Gives the ball away to Loftus-Cheek. Bottom of the centre circle, Loftus-Cheek. He's got Havertz in front of him. Left-hand side is Ziyech. Plays the ball too high. Ziyech has to slow down, but does well to collect it. Then plays the ball towards the back post. Mason Mount on the volley. Mason Mount scores! What a goal from Mason Mount! And he's given it all that to the West Ham fans. What a goal from Mason Mount. What a ball from Hakim Ziyech. Get in there. Get in there. What a goal, Mason Mount. Deary me. Zuma's doing his nut. My word. What a goal that is. Chelsea win the ball back at the bottom of the centre circle. They sort of dictate play. Loftus-Cheek wins it. And he's at the bottom of the centre circle and he looks up. He's got Havertz marked by Declan Rice. He's got Mason Mount working his way on the right-hand side. So he gives it to Hakim Ziyech, but the ball's too high, I was saying in commentary. Hakim Ziyech has to bring the ball down, and he's 30 yards from goal, 35 yards from goal on the left-hand side. And he plays that left foot wand, a ball, a raking ball, over into the box, and Mason Mount strikes the ball 12 yards from goal. He's outside the near post, and he strikes it, side foots it, he watches it down onto his foot, strikes it, right-footed, just watches it, places it inside the near post. Fabianski's beaten. Mason Mount is doing all this and then this to the West Ham fans. Come on! Get in there. What a goal. Old Def warmed up on the sideline. He's doing this, bless him. He's probably looking for about 18 heaters. Oh, David Moyes. I've always thought David Moyes looks like somebody's nan. I just want to say that. Johnson's come off injured, and West Ham have tried to lob Mendy from the kickoff. Antonio's tried to lob him, and he's played it 5 yards wide. Lanzini just left it for him. He's tried to lob him. The rest of the West Ham players, he's just looking at him and say, "What are you doing?" But what a goal from Mason Mount! What a ball from Hakim Ziyech! I said in commentary that I thought the ball was too high. So Ziyech was put under pressure. Somebody's trying to close him down. So he just pulls it out of the sky of his left foot. Then whoever's trying to shut him down, sort of their run sort of continues 5 yards beyond Ziyech. He can bring the ball down. Masuaku's come on for Johnson, by the way. He looks up and he just plays. He slices the ball like with a sandwich right over, like from the left-hand side, over to the far side of the penalty box. Mason Mount just watches it onto his right foot. But he doesn't panic. He just watches it and just side foots it. Opens his body up, opens his foot up, bottom corner. And Chelsea, and again down the right-hand side, Kai Havertz, he's getting to the byline. He tries to pull the ball back, but to be fair, Kurt Zuma's come across. Put Kai Havertz in the side netting. Zuma's limping, but Fabianski can collect it nice and simple. Smash the like button for me, people. We're 8 likes away from 50 by half time. If I can get as many as possible, it would be great for me. Zuma's gone down injured. Ziyech was grimacing as well. Ziyech is down as well. He ended up going into the corner to the side net, and he was holding on to his ankle. But Ziyech is down. Mason Mount's over there with the physio. Zuma's down. Chelsea's physio is 5 yards in front of their physio. Havertz, he looked up. There's nobody there. I'll tell you what's happened. He's right side of the penalty box, driving towards the byline. Zuma's come across, and Zuma's done that thing where he's facing his own goal and he's gone out with his left foot rather than his right foot, rather than his left foot coming across. And his right foot has caught Kai Havertz on his ankle, and he's also hurt himself, Zuma. But Havertz is down. He looks like he's in... I wouldn't say he's seriously injured, but he looks like he's in a bit of discomfort here. Zuma's having a bit of water, bless him. Love Kurt Zuma. Jorginho's off the hook. You have to say, I'm just showing this goal again. Stupid ball, Jorginho. So what happened with their goal? Let me just talk you through their goal. So Mendy's got the ball, so he rolls it out to the outside of the penalty box to Andreas Christensen. And he gives it to Jorginho. But as he gives it to Jorginho, Bowen's read it, and he comes in from the right, and he closes down Mendy. So Jorginho plays the ball back. But I'm seeing the replay, and as he plays the ball back to Mendy, who's under pressure from Bowen, he just jogs back. Doesn't go and think, I've made an error there, and tries to chase it back. They're all waiting for Mendy to try and get rid of the ball. Anyway, we've recovered. But Kai Havertz has been helped to his feet. He doesn't look too happy, I'm telling you. It's his left ankle, Havertz. He's literally off by the side of their goal. The referee's blown up for half time. Havertz is going to have a chance to take a break here and get himself composed. But what a good half from Chelsea. 50 likes. Thank you, guys. Smash that like button for me. It's half time. West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. West Ham are on the score sheet, but only for a mistake from Chelsea. And goal from Thiago Silva. A header from a Mason Mount corner. He probably headed it, I'd say, just sort of right of centre. Heads it back the way it came. Fabianski trying to get across, can only get fingertips on it. Tips it onto the inside post and it goes in. And then West Ham, as I say, they scored a penalty. Jorginho plays the pass back to Mendy, not even looking. Jared Bowen closes down Mendy, tries to take a touch. He's too focused on Bowen, takes a loose touch. Bowen nips in. Mendy brings him down, fair play. Penalty to West Ham. That was really all they did in the first half, apart from Thiago Silva clearing the ball off the line after he scored. Chelsea switched off. West Ham went forward, and but for Thiago Silva, they could have scored a second, or they could have scored an equaliser at the time. Anyway, Chelsea have reacted. West Ham, the story of that first half has been Chelsea have been dominating the game. West Ham have been backing off with 7 or 8 players defending the edge of their box. So Chelsea are forced outside, but then we look inside, we're outnumbered. So we're having to go backwards again. But great play from Chelsea to react to their goal. Chelsea win the ball inside our half at the bottom of the centre circle through Loftus-Cheek, who holds off a challenge. I think it was Lanzini. And Loftus-Cheek looks up. He has Havertz through the middle. He has Mason Mount on the right-hand side. And he has Ziyech pulling out to the left-hand side. Halfway inside West Ham's half. Loftus-Cheek plays a raking ball out to the left-hand side. Too high, I thought, at the time. As Ziyech is watching the ball come down, a defender's getting back into Ziyech, but goes beyond him. So Ziyech can bring it down, look up, and he plays this left foot ball right on the money. A quarterback pass from Hakim Ziyech's left foot, 35 yards out. I'd say halfway inside their half, out to the left-hand side. He looks up to the far post and he pings this pass over everybody to the far post. And Mason Mount watches the ball come down onto his foot all the way. He doesn't panic. He opens his body up and he literally just side foots the ball inside the near post on the volley. Fabianski beaten. Chelsea 2, West Ham 1. Chelsea deserved to be in front. Have been the dominant team in the game. And I'm going to need to go to the loo. So I'm going to put the stream, my microphone on silent. I'll be back in 2 minutes. We are back, people. We are back. Good half from Chelsea. Really, really good half from Chelsea. Let's read some of these comments while we're here. Ziyech has got you eating humble pie, Lucas. Delicious goal from Mason. Oh, my days. Looking at Mason's gestures, you know he wanted to score so bad today. Matt P, fridge check. Proper job. Got a couple in there, not many. What's going on, Jorginho? He's just had a couple of little dodgy games, dodgy moments, hasn't he, recently? A lot of people are saying about, Mendy should have just kicked the ball away. He should have done, but he shouldn't be put in that position, should he? Jack, how you doing? Jack's back in. Good to see you here. Noel, every team knows now that if you harass Jorginho, makes mistakes. It's not just Jorginho. I think if you harass anybody, you can force somebody into a mistake. Chelsea Australia, Mendy can't use his feet at all. We've got another Petchett goals. Great goal stopper's got 2 left feet. AC20, how are you? Yo, that's it. Jorginho too arrogant of his play. Maybe been nominated to be among the world's best. Got to his head. We shall see. We shall see. But he needs to train how to use his feet. I was so frustrating watching him do what he did. But again, I just want to point out, guys, he should not have been put in that position by the ball that's played back to him. West Ham had 2 players pressing and trying to shut us down. Should never have done it. I'm just seeing the goals again. Thiago Silva, great goal, great header, and literally minutes later, ball off the line. Instinct from Thiago Silva, and then he goes mad. He goes absolutely livid at his Chelsea teammates for switching off and allowing West Ham to get into us literally just minutes after we scored, after he scored to make it 1-0. But people, if you ever get a chance to see the goals, very quickly, let me see. Do you guys follow me on Twitter? If you do, it's Chels Daft. Again, the same as what it is on my channel here. See if I can find the goals. I'll retweet the goals for you. Obviously, I can't show them on here because licensing. Let me find these goals. I managed to find one of them. I'm just going to retweet the Mason Mount goal. The ball from Hakim Ziyech is just unbelievable, I have to say. It's a quarterback pass from Hakim Ziyech. That wand of a left foot he's got. It's just outstanding. Let me see if I can find the Ziyech goal. The Thiago Silva goal. On my feed. Let's have a look if we've got any on here. Yeah, I can give you Thiago Silva. So if you follow me on Twitter, it's Chels Daft, the same as this channel. Follow me on Twitter and you'll be able to see both goals. I've just retweeted now. Anyway, second half. So, does the game change as far as, honestly, I'm just seeing the Mason Mount goal. He's put it on a sixpence, Hakim Ziyech, and his finish is perfect. Just inside the post, and he gives it all that to the West Ham fans. Brilliant. Alonso, CD, Mendy's best goalkeeper in the world, enough said. He's the best goalkeeper in the world, shot stopper, yeah. I think he gives me a heart attack at times with the ball at his feet. But I want to defend Mendy here today because he should not have been put in that position by a ridiculous ball from Jorginho. People, 152 of you watching, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you've never been here before. This is the best ball-by-ball commentary you're going to get on YouTube from a Chelsea perspective. Ignore the others. Come here and make sure you take a membership out or do something. Lucas, Chelsea goal of the season so far from Mason, truly delectable. Smash that like button, exactly, thank you. We've gone 68. If we can get to 100 before the second half kicks off, smash the like button for me, people. Much appreciated. It puts out there for more and more people to come and get involved. And remember, I'm going to put it on the chat. Hold on. The Chelsea Pub will be back. And I call it the Chelsea Pub because what we do is we just talk about anything to do with Chelsea as if you're in a pub talking to your mates. So it could be about the game today. It could be about players. It could be about old games. It could be about your favourite players from back in the day. I'm going to stay doing this stream live through until 3 p.m. this afternoon. So make sure you get involved. And then hopefully at some point, there might even be a Chelsea Pub live stream one night coming up this week. Maybe it might be Friday night, possibly. We have to have a look. I'm not too sure. We'll have to have a look. Let's have a look here. Yeah, these things happen. He gets in that position. He needs to be able to deal with it. Kepa would have done better. Okay, fair enough. Chelsea, Australia. Brian, how are you? Good to see you back. Good to see you here. Just a bit of a... Smash the like button for me, people. Let's get to 100. I'm on 74 so far. All good in sunny Hastings, says Paul. Paul, thank you for your comment earlier. Much appreciated. Enrique. Oh, dearie me. You're an idiot, mate. Those are dinosaur numbers. No, I know. Compared to some of the others... But it's because I don't do content. Lucas, I don't do content all the time because I've got a newborn. Well, I've got a baby boy. I work full time. I know. A lot of the Chelsea content creators you see do Chelsea content for a living. That's their job. I actually work properly for a living. I've got a full-time job. From the time I leave my house to when I get home, it's 12 hours in a day. I've got a baby or a 6-month-old baby boy. I just don't have the time to try and sit and do videos all the time. Enrique. Foxtrot Oscar Enrique. Absolute peace. I'm thinking, people, about these live commentaries. I'm wondering whether we should just keep it to members only to encourage people to take out the membership and to join the commentary, because we end up getting comments from some people. You guys can't see the comments, but somebody called Enrique has not been too favourable about Chelsea fans and advised that apparently we're all of a certain persuasion. Anyway, so guys, 2-1. We now force West Ham to coming out. They've now got to chase the game. When they chase the game, they have to push players forward. They've had 7 players or 8 players behind the ball constantly, which has made it difficult for us in the first half to break them down. But we managed to on different occasions. Now they've got to chase the game. Expect to see Ben Rama and Formals probably. And by chasing the game, space is going to open up. And when that space opens up, Chelsea have got the players, Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount, hopefully Lukaku second half, maybe Werner, to exploit the space. And hopefully we can get ourselves a 3rd or a 4th. Welcome along to the channel. West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. Where have you been? Make sure you smash the like button for me. Come and join the channel. Take out a membership. Get involved. And remember, this game, when the game finishes, the Chelsea pub will be post-match. Anything you want to talk about as far as Chelsea are concerned. Chelsea back in the day, your favourite games, your favourite players. We're going to have a chat about it right through till 3 o'clock this afternoon. So, get involved. Smash the like button for me. We're 18 away from 100 by kick-off in the second half. This is the best ball-by-ball Chelsea coverage you're ever going to see on YouTube. Forget other people. Yes, there's bigger content creators than me, but I've been going to Chelsea since 1980. I've watched plenty of football. I've been there behind electric fences, behind 7,000 fans in the old second division. I've seen the good times and the bad. And as Chelsea fans will know, I think there's been plenty of good times. Maybe. Anyway. Thank you guys for your comments. Much appreciated. Chelsea's coming out second half. Any changes? No. Encouraged by the Chelsea technical team. Led out by Thiago Silva first. Not Jorginho. Chelsea have been completely dominant. If you've not seen this game so far, Chelsea totally dominant in the game. Lukaku's actually coming on. Second half. Who's gone off? Is it Hakim Ziyech off? It might be Ziyech off. I'm wondering. I'm waiting to see what the change has been made. Smash the like button for me, people. Smash that like button. Lukaku's on. Who's Lukaku on for? Or is it Kai Havertz? It might be Havertz. It is. Kai Havertz has not come out for the second half. He took a bang on his ankle at the end of the game, at the end of the first half, with Kurt Zouma, and it's Lukaku on. Now, what Lukaku has said about the way he plays and about the game is he doesn't want to be pushed up against the defensive line. He wants a little bit of space to turn and face them, because that's where he's the most dangerous. West Ham have matched Chelsea's formation today, 3-4-3, and they're about to get the game underway. I haven't done my clock. Look, no one's told me about my clock, have they? So they get the game underway. Second half is kicked off. West Ham kick off, and Lanzini goes back to Dawson, who launches one. High to the right-hand side. Reece James just barges Souček out of the way. Sees it out of play, so Chelsea throw-in on the right-hand side. Steve, thank you. Thanks for a reminder about my clock. As I do it. Dear me. 12 more likes. Smash the like button for me, people. Reece James with a throw-in. Halfway inside our half. Looks up the line for Lukaku. First touch. Drops deep. Shut down by Diop. Goes out of play. Chelsea thrown again. We've worked ourselves 5 yards further forward. Reece James to take the throw-in. Mason Mount drops short and collects it. He's been fouled by Masuaku. Referee says play on. Mason Mount is down, but he's on his haunches now. He's up. Limping. Claiming to the referee. He was caught. Referee says no. Play on. West Ham play the ball backwards. And Kurt Zouma's got the ball. Gives it Lanzini, bottom of the centre circle. Force the left-hand side to Diop. Mount up. Doing all right. Shut him down. He's still pleading the referee why he didn't get a free kick. They work it to the right-hand side to Dawson. Ziyech is there. Play it inside to Lanzini, bottom of the centre circle inside his own half, and he's shut down and goes back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice to Kurt Zouma, halfway inside his own half. Left-hand side to Diop. Masuaku's dropped deep, turns Reece James over halfway and plays the ball inside. Antonio, first time, out to left-hand side to Loftus-Cheek, who's covering Souček. Souček has gone down, but he's been flagged offside anyway. Chelsea free kick, deep inside our half. West Ham playing much more attacking-wise. Yeah, he's offside as the ball's played forward. Chelsea go back towards Mendy, out to left-hand side to Rudiger. Launches one high, left wing, looking for Lukaku up against Zouma. Interesting battle. Zouma wins the first ball, clears it high. George Michael, Alonso clears it up the line. West Ham wins second ball. Lanzini brings it down, finds Soufal, just gives the ball away. Chelsea collect it, halfway inside their half. Left wing, Alonso. Ziyech, Alonso, inside Jorginho. First time pass to Rudiger, slowing it down. Gets the ball back, then gives it to Christensen. Inside the centre circle, Christensen. Inside their half. One more wide to Reece James. Shut down by Masuaku, but goes back to Christensen. He's shut down by Souček. Plays the ball out of play. Needs to play it forward, Chelsea. We're playing these little passes inside, but needs to just get the ball away. Tuchel up on the sideline, giving someone a thumbs up. Smash the like button for me, people. They take the throw in short to Lanzini. Shut down by Loftus-Cheek, who hacks him down. Dear me. Awful challenge from Loftus-Cheek. Just, it's not malicious. Referee just sort of laughs to say, I've got no choice. West Ham free kick. They go backwards to Zouma, halfway inside his own half. And Chelsea pushing up, pressing now. Forced Zouma up the line to Masuaku. Heads it inside. Bowen collects the ball. Centre circles. Rudiger's up against him. Decides not to foul him this time. But Bowen was offside. Chelsea free kick once again. We're taken by Thiago Silva. Bottom of the centre circle. West Ham playing with a little bit of urgency so far. You've got to say. But as you can imagine, Thiago Silva's taking his time. He's got Rudiger to his left, Christensen to his right, gives it to Rudiger. 10 yards to his left, back to Thiago Silva. Jorginho drops deep to collect it and lays it off to Christensen, who goes one more to Reece James. Loftus-Cheek inside collects it, under pressure from Lanzini, just strides away from him. Lays it off to Ziyech, who goes one more to Alonso. Chelsea building. Alonso, edge of the box, left-hand side. Ziyech gets to the byline, flicks it to him. Ziyech tries to get across him, blocked off by Dawson. Chelsea got themselves a corner from the right-hand side. No spoilers in the chat. We're watching the game a minute behind the normal coverage. Come on, Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech with a left foot outswinger from our left wing. Focus of the TV coverage is on Lukaku. Up against Souček at the moment, near post. Silva, Rudiger, Loftus-Cheek towards the back post. Cross comes in. Half cleared. Comes on the back of a West Ham defender. It does. It's another Chelsea corner. There was no Chelsea player near the ball. West Ham, who headed it? It comes off Diop, goes away for a goal kick, for a corner, and they're all West Ham players are claiming. It's actually come the back of Jorginho's head. No one saw it. It's a Chelsea corner, but it wasn't. Sixth corner for Chelsea, one for West Ham. Ziyech take it left foot outswing, and he does towards the penalty spot. Headed away from goal to the edge to Reece James, but they get the ball away. Christensen now launches one towards the outside of their box. They half clear it again. Up to halfway. Christensen wins the first header. Up in the air, high. And then Alonso does well against Souček, but Antonio collects on the halfway line. He turns the defender. He's driving up against Christensen. Well done, Loftus-Cheek. Offside again, though. Christensen was pinned. I think Thiago Silva got spun by Antonio and ended up on the deck. Rudiger pressed forward for the chance anyway. And Antonio plays in Bowen, but Bowen's gone too early. But Loftus-Cheek sees it and makes a 20-yard run to cover Thiago Silva's position. Comes across and clears the ball away for a throw into West Ham. He didn't know. Referee blew up for offside. Brilliant play from Loftus-Cheek, defensively without the ball, to get back in and cover. Chelsea free kick taken short to Thiago Silva on the edge of our box. Up, launches one 10 yards inside their half to Lukaku over his head. Ziyech goes beyond him, but West Ham clear the ball away. Up the line. Bowen, inside to Souček, 10 yards inside our half. right wing. Jorginho's up against him, does well to block it off. West Ham throw him. 6 more likes for 100. Smash the like button for me, people. Welcome to the channel and the best Chelsea coverage, ball by ball, on YouTube. Followed by the Chelsea pub to reminisce about old times as you would with your mates in the pub about Chelsea after the game finishes till 3 o'clock. Make sure you stay tuned and join in. West Ham go backwards to come forwards. They're on the halfway line, Masuaku. Reece James up against him and Mason Mount. It goes back to Diop. They're deep inside their own half. Kurt Zouma now, inside, collects the ball. Lays off to Masuaku. Gives it to Zouma, gets it back. And Masuaku goes inside Declan Rice. Halfway inside his own half. Ziyech's in front of him. He goes wide right to Dawson. He goes out to the right-hand side to Soufal. Forced backwards by Alonso. Back to Dawson. Well done, Alonso. Shuts him down and goes back to Fabianski in goal. Wide left to Diop. One more like. Smash that like button for me, people. Fabianski now. On his left foot. Shanks it out to the right-hand side. Masuaku does well to win the first header. Then Thiago Silva steps in front of Bowen to win it. Loftus-Cheek, well done, under pressure. Gives it to Reece James. He's under pressure. No panic. Goes back to Mendy. 100 likes. Well done. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Keep smashing that like button for me. Rudiger. Back to Mendy on the penalty spot. Takes a touch. West Ham push forward, but not pressing. Just backed off. Just standing still. Mendy takes his time and then launches one up to Lukaku on the halfway line. Grappling with Kurt Zouma. Lukaku's gone down. Wins the free kick right on the halfway line. It's a Chelsea free kick, which will be taken by Loftus-Cheek. He's got Reece James to his outside. He's got Jorginho short, but goes one back to Thiago Silva. Now Jorginho's got space and time on the centre circle, on the centre line. Penalty spot. The centre spot even. Gives it to Christensen, who plays the ball inside to Mason Mount, who tries to find Loftus-Cheek, who does well to make up the space and tries to put it back to Ziyech on the penalty spot, but Declan Rice even wins the ball. Up against Reece James. Reece James does well to step in front. Going back towards goal and lays it back to Mendy. Antonio's on the charge. Mendy launches it this time. High inside their half. Zouma flicks it back over his head to Fabianski. Well done, Chelsea. Working back under pressure. I love Kurt Zouma as well. I think we all do. No one's got a bad word to say against him. He's got the ball now. Dawson. Up to Soufal. On the right is Souček even. Finds Bowen 10 yards inside our half, but he's crowded out by Chelsea players. Goes backwards, Lanzini. 10 yards inside his own half. By the byline. Forced inside to Kurt Zouma. Declan Rice. Kurt Zouma. Bottom of the centre circle. Declan Rice. Chelsea pushed up. Not pressing, but making them play the ball. When they go forward, we shut them down. Antonio's on this right wing. And he plays a raking pass out to left-hand side to Soufal, who chests it down to Bowen, who tries to find Masuaku, who's in behind. But Chelsea break it down, and Rudiger's breaking over the halfway line. He's got Lukaku to his right. He's got Ziyech to his left. Gives it to Ziyech, but... oh, dearie me. Big chance. Big chance. Lukaku's giving stares at Rudiger to say, give me the ball. But as Lukaku makes the run, he makes it in behind Jorginho, behind Zouma. But Diop comes in and closes him off. He then gives the ball out to left-hand side to Hakim Ziyech, and it bobbles as he's about to hit it. It comes off his shin and goes 10 yards over the bar. Big chance wasted. Anyway, Zouma's got the ball 10 yards outside his own half. It's dead centre. Goes wide right to Dawson. Dawson inside to Lanzini. Halfway inside his own half. Chelsea backing off, but... inside their half, as if to say, play around us. They come forward with Lanzini. Lanzini plays it to Antonio, lays it off to Souček and goes again. Antonio up against Thiago Silva, wins the first ball. Comes out to the edge of the box to Bowen, shoots. Bowen scored. Jarrod Bowen has scored. He's hit it first time from the edge of the box. Chelsea half clear it, and it's West Ham 2, Chelsea 2. Chelsea conceded 4 goals before Watford this season. We conceded against Watford. We conceded 2 against West Ham. Chelsea don't clear the ball going forward. And it's on the right-hand side of our penalty box, just on the outside, on the edge. Bowen, left-footed, comes inside and looks and plays it to the far corner. Mendy's too far over. He can't get down and the ball goes in the far post. They play up to Antonio, who lays it off to Souček, or Soufal even. He launches one high to the edge of the box and Thiago Silva does well to head the ball away, but they play it back inside. Antonio it comes back inside to Bowen. Soufal does well. Bowen, who's probably level with the edge of he's on the edge of the box, level with the near post, and he just looks up. Thiago Silva and Christensen go to shut him down, and he goes in between the two of them, and he curls it into the far post, and Mendy can't get down. There's an argument he's unsighted, but he tries to get there, he can't get there, and they score. West Ham 2, Chelsea 2. So that changes the game again. West Ham are going to sit in their defensive shape again. Chelsea need to attack them, need to open the game up, and we do from their halfway line. We've worked the ball out to wide left. Rudiger works it out to Alonso. 10 yards inside the byline. Cross blocked by Soufal. It's a Chelsea throw-in from the left-hand side. West Ham have done nothing in the game. Nothing in the game. Anyway, we work the ball backwards to Jorginho. Loftus-Cheek. Halfway inside their half, dead centre. West Ham, everyone behind the ball now. Loftus-Cheek. Out to Reece James. 25 yards from goal on the byline. Looking to come inside. Blocked off. Goes back to Loftus-Cheek. Back inside Jorginho. There's Mason Mount in behind. Mount squares it. Blocked off. It goes on everyone. Ziyech goes out to the corner flag to collect the ball, and he does by the byline. Looks to cross it, but decides not to. Holding up possession. Back to Rudiger. Loftus-Cheek loses possession, but Reece James mops up and wins it. Halfway inside their half. Mason Mount. Corner of the box, right-hand side. Back to Reece James. Cross comes in. Evades everyone. Lukaku's battling for it, but to be fair, the defender fell over in front of him. He couldn't get there. And it's gone through to Fabianski. But Mason Mount got in behind. Pulled across the 6-yard box. Evades everybody. But the problem is Lukaku's crowded out by 3 defenders. Mason Mount pulls it back to the penalty spot, where Lukaku made the run on the near post in the earlier player possession, and West Ham get it away. Up over halfway, Rudiger lets it bounce, and Thiago Silva comes across and launches it up the line. West Ham head it forward to Declan Rice. Lays it off to Lanzini, who finds Bowen back to goal. Chelsea win possession back with Loftus-Cheek, then Bowen nicks it and wins it again. Bowen, centre circle, halfway line now. Lays it off to Antonio, who's dropped deep. Lays it off to Masuaku. One more. Inside to Antonio. Does this weird spin to try and beat Mason Mount, but he doesn't. Mason Mount forced him backwards. Back inside his own half, Diop plays the ball forward to Bowen, who's gone down under pressure from Thiago Silva. Bought himself a free kick as a West Ham free kick, 10 yards inside his own half. Kai Havertz was off injured at half time. Brian, to be fair, the first one, the penalty, was just a stupid penalty to give away. Can't do nothing about that, but the second goal was well taken. I have to say, Bowen took it first time, took it early, which is what gave Mendy no chance. Come on, Chelsea, react. Half hour to go. West Ham 2, Chelsea 2. Free kick launched towards the back post. They win the first ball, heading it towards the near post. Mendy, up against Zuma, does well. Zuma sort of makes a nuisance of himself. Mendy sort of palms it away from him, and as Soufal or Souček goes in to win it, Mendy falls on it and does really, really well, Mendy. Well done. Big reach to do well to win it. Well done. Chelsea play out to the right-hand side. Reece James allowed to move up to the halfway line. Gives it to Mason Mount. Old Def warmed up. Someone's nan. David Moyes doing his nut. Chelsea work it out to the left-hand side to Ziyech. Up to Alonso. Forced backwards to Rudiger. Thiago Silva, centre circle. On the centre spot. Gives it to his right-hand side to Loftus-Cheek, who comes inside and sees Hakim Ziyech on the left-hand side of the penalty box on the edge. To the byline. Crosses it to nobody. He drills this cross to no one. You had Lukaku going near post. Somebody's on the penalty spot and he gives it to nobody. West Ham tried to clear it up the line, but Thiago Silva's come across and mopped up and done well to win it. Alonso gives it to Loftus-Cheek, top of the centre circle. Now inside, 10 yards further forward is Reece James, out to Mason Mount. 5 yards from goal, drills the ball across. Kurt Zouma gets the ball away. Dawson's all over Lukaku. Loads of time to go. Chelsea corner from the right-hand side. Mount's looking for Lukaku, but he's pushed up against the defensive line. It's easy to mark. Right, Mason Mount's corner in the first half for Thiago Silva was delivered perfect. He's got a chance to do it again. Right foot outswinger from the right-hand side. His last delivery was high towards the penalty spot, and he's done it again. Cross comes in. They get it away from Zuma this time. Heading back towards goal by Ziyech. Cleared away. Christensen goes to mop up, and he's forced backwards by Bowen to Mendy, who collects it 20 yards outside his own box. Under no pressure, launches it out to the right-hand side, looking for Mason Mount. They head it down as far as Loftus-Cheek, who collects it, gives it to Mason Mount. Jorginho, halfway inside their half. Back out to the right wing to Mount. Inside to Reece James. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho, West Ham, everyone behind the ball, apart from Mikel Antonio. Mason Mount now. Corner their box, but pushed further out to the byline. Inside to Reece James, looking for a 1-2 Loftus-Cheek. Gives it away, but gets back in and wins it, Loftus-Cheek. Mason Mount now. On the byline. Inside to Reece James. Back to Jorginho. Hakim Ziyech is in a little bit of space just in front of their box. But we work it out the right-hand side again. They've got 6 players on their own box. 8 players now with the 2 defending. Stupid foul from Antonio. He takes out Loftus-Cheek, and Chelsea got themselves a free kick. 20 yards from goal, right-hand side. Out. I'd say it's level the right-hand side of their box. Hudson-Odoi is about to come on. Second change for Chelsea. First one was half-time. Kai Havertz picked up a knock with a challenge with Kurt Zouma. He went off at half-time for Lukaku. Reece James is actually 25 yards from goal. It's right out level of the edge of the box on the right-hand side. That's the position of the ball. A chance to whip this in right-footed. West Ham are holding a high line on the edge. Reece James, put it on the penalty spot. Chelsea got bodies in the box. He plays it towards the back post. There's nobody there. No one there. West Ham just watched the ball go out of play. It's a West Ham goal kick. That was a waste. He just overplayed it. I said about putting it on the penalty spot. He probably put it close to the 6-yard box. Nobody was there. Anyway, 27 to go plus injury time. West Ham goal kick. Fabianski collects the ball. It's Hakim Ziyech coming off for Hudson-Odoi. Positive change. Ziyech has done well today. Done well. His ball for Mason Mount's goal was outstanding. But he's been busy, Ziyech. But Hudson-Odoi's on. Maybe we resent it in minds in the week. But just to say that Fabianski's taken his time with a goal kick. Maybe he saw a substitution being made. But he stopped by his side netting and having a drink. I thought there's time wasting. Then there's time wasting. Obviously, he saw the change. Change being made. Fabianski launches it up to halfway line. Headed forward by Soufal. Chelsea sort of half clear it. Lanzini collects it on the halfway line. Goes to his left-hand side to Masuaku. To Diop. He plays the ball up to Antonio. Lays it off, then goes on the spin. Masuaku looking for Bowen in behind. Chelsea win the ball back. Loftus-Cheek. Halfway inside our half. Dummies Masuaku. Turns away from Lanzini and finds Lukaku right wing. Lukaku towards the edge of the box. Looking to come inside. Lays it off to Mason Mount. Gets to the byline. Mount crosses towards the back post. No one there. Declan Rice heads it away. And then Rudiger goes to shut down Bowen. But Bowen does well to turn him. And then plays it up to Antonio, who spins Christensen. But well done, Reece James, who gets back in and wins it. Chelsea got the ball. Reece James on the halfway line. Inside is Jorginho. Centre circle. Inside their half. Looking for a pass. West Ham literally stops, just defending their spaces. Reece James finds Lukaku, who drops off 10 yards outside the box. Lays off to Mason Mount. Right hand side. Reece James. Inside Loftus-Cheek. Top of the centre circle, Jorginho. One more to his left is Rudiger, who's allowed time to put his foot on the ball. Have a look. West Ham just stand there. Not diving into challenges. They just stand there trying to make us play it. And we do out to the right hand side to Reece James. Inside the Mount. Flicks it to Lukaku. Gets it back. Finds Hudson-Odoi. Left hand side of the penalty box. Outside of it. Back to Mason Mount. Tries to lift the ball inside. Blocked off by Declan Rice. But well done, Jorginho. Wins the header. Back out to Hudson-Odoi. It's forced backward by Soufal. Rudiger slows it all down. Back to Thiago Silva on the halfway line. Back out to Hudson-Odoi. He's got 10 yards of space to run at Soufal, and he does. Corner of the box, left-hand side. Flicks it inside to Mason Mount. Mason Mount lets it come across his body, shoots, but easy for Fabianski. He's right behind it and just collects it nice and simple. Chance, though. But West Ham are backing off with 7 players on the edge of their box again. So as soon as Chelsea gets to the edge of the box, they're crowding people out. Maybe Werner to come on over the top. Launched by Fabianski. Christensen up against Antonio. Wins it. Comes off Antonio. Chelsea throw him. It isn't. It's a West Ham throw for whatever reason. Or is it a free kick? It's a Chelsea throw. Thank God. Reece James to take it. Loftus-Cheek's up the byline. Lukaku drops off the halfway line to come short, give him an option. Then Thiago Silva moves inside. He goes back to Christensen. Allowed to take a touch. Launch it up the line. Over halfway. Above everyone. He goes all the way through to Fabianski. Zuma drops close to him and says, give me the ball. And then does this and says, don't worry about giving it to me. Fabianski just collects it. Lukaku went to press Fabianski. Moving towards the penalty spot. Drops the ball by his feet. Lukaku goes. Now he launches it. Doesn't get any distance on it. Christensen loses the first header to Antonio. Brilliant from Reece James. Masuaku went to shut him down. He flicked it beyond him. But then gives the ball away to Declan Rice. Inside the West Ham half. Chelsea win it back inside their half and do well. Loftus-Cheek does really well up against Soufal. Or Souček even. Free kick. Plays it back to Thiago Silva. Out to left-hand side to Rudiger. 10 yards inside their half. Looking for Lukaku in the channel. Oh, Zuma's pulled up. He's gone down, Zuma. He's done his hamstring. Zuma's done. Zuma's finished. We don't want to see that. Brilliant play from Rudiger. He spots Lukaku, who runs in the channel inside the penalty box to the left-hand side of it. If anything, the ball's just overplayed. Let's have a look. Lukaku can't get hold of it. But Zuma goes to Lukaku. And as Lukaku tries to control his right foot, he doesn't. It goes beyond the both from off out of play. And Zuma just limps off the pitch. And he's down. He's grimacing, Zuma. He's holding on to his leg. And he's down. I think Zuma's going to go off. No one wants to see that. Well, nobody wants to see Kurt Zuma leave the club. Very rarely do you get players that leave a football club. And because of the way they leave the club or because of what happens, they get booed or, they're called Judas or reject or whatever. I'm sure that when Kurt Zuma plays at Stamford Bridge, I'm sure he might have done already, but he'll get a good reception from Chelsea fans. I'm not sure you'll have a Chelsea fan with a bad word against him. Anyway, he's off receiving treatment. Play continues, and West Ham have moved out to the left-hand side. They've actually won a throw-in. Yet they're forced into a change. Fornals is coming on. I'm not sure if Zuma's limping behind the goal. Is he going to continue? I'm not sure. It looked like it's a hamstring, but it might be his knee. He's walking gingerly. But West Ham are forced to play to the left-hand side, launch it high, and Antonio was up against Reece James and is forced to West Ham throw. Level the edge of our box. Antonio to the byline. Back to Masuaku. Cross comes in. There's nobody in the box. Mendy underneath it. No pressure. Collects it. Rolls it out to Rudiger. One more to George Michael Alonso. Alonso's allowed to drive forward. He's been stupid foul from Bowen. Bowen's tracking back. Goes to do a barge. He goes to do like a literal like a shoulder barge, but just barge him over. Chelsea possession. West Ham down to 10 still. Christensen finds Reece James. Corner of the box right hand side. Cross comes in, blocked by Masuaku. It's going to be a Chelsea corner. It is. Chelsea corner from the right wing. Jorginho passed the ball back blind in the first half. From a ball by Christensen, he didn't look where Bowen was. He passed it back to Mendy. He's got Bowen up against him and Mendy gave the penalty away, but he didn't want the ball back, Mendy. A lot of people are criticising Mendy, saying Mendy should just blasted the ball away, but to be fair, he should never have been put in that situation. Unfortunately, Zuma's had to go off. He's getting a good round of applause from both sets of supporters, and Fornals is on. West Ham are making a positive change. They've got to go from 3 at the back to 4. They're going to go 4-3-3 by the looks of it. But Chelsea got a corner. 20 minutes to go. Right-hand side. Mason Mount to take it. Lukaku's near post with Souček. Argy-bargy at the minute. Mount takes it high towards the penalty spot. Delivers. They get the ball away first time. And it comes out to Bowen. Shut down by Hudson-Odoi. No foul. No foul. Gives it away. Well done. Jorginho wins it. Hudson-Odoi takes on Bowen. Gets to the byline. Bowen's brought him down. And he has. See, Gerard Bowen, have you understood what the term free kick is and a foul? Every time he gives a foul away, He's like this, going to the referee. I can't believe that's a foul. He's just taken Hudson-Odoi out, didn't play the ball, and he's doing this as if to say he can't believe it. He's actually down on his haunches to say to the referee, I can't believe you've given that. Absolute bell piece. What's wrong with you? Right, Chelsea have got themselves a free kick. Right out by the left-hand side corner flag, our left wing. Reece James is over it. There is 10 bodies on the 6-yard box. Probably 11. There's Jorginho. Cross comes in. Headed back towards the back post. Alonso tries to drill it with his right foot. They half clear it. They're breaking forward with Fornals. They're coming forward, West Ham. Chelsea getting him back in numbers. Mason Mount. Well done, Mason Mount. Christian Pulisic is about to come on. West Ham could break there, but Mason Mount busting the gut to get back in. And on the halfway line he does. Alonso's coming off, which possibly means that Pulisic will come to the right-hand side to play right wing back. No, he isn't. So Alonso's gone off. So will Reece James go to the left-hand side? And will Pulisic now play as a right wing back? Reece James is still on the right. Hudson-Odoi is playing left wing back. Pulisic is the number 10. He is. Positive change from the manager. West Ham have possession in their defensive line. They launch it over halfway. Thiago Silva can take one touch to control it, then lays off to Rudiger. Gives it back to Thiago Silva. He's halfway inside our half and gives it to the right-hand side to Christensen, who strides forward to the halfway line, then lays it off to Loftus-Cheek, who's moved out to the right-hand side. As Reece James goes forward, he moves in that position. His sort of attempt to control the ball is blocked off. Christensen comes across. He's been fouled by Souček, but played the ball out of play, so West Ham throw him. Masuaku's about to take it. Right in front of Old Death warmed up. Somebody else's nan. David Moyes. Always looks like someone's nan, doesn't he? Or like he needs a couple of heaters. Anyway, Masuaku takes the throw up the line. Christensen beats Antonio, heads it out of play. They've worked themselves 10 yards further forward. They're 10 yards inside our half now. Right in front of Thomas Tuchel. Standing up there with his arms folded, cap on, his puffer jacket on, just looking to see what's happening. Masuaku, taking his time, goes short to Fornals. Lanzini plays it back inside his own half to Dawson. To Declan Rice in the right back position. Pulisic goes across to shut him down. He goes back inside his own half to Dawson. Diop's collected the ball. West Ham with a back four now. Plays it forward to Lanzini. Masuaku. Back to Diop. Mason Mount goes to close and forced backwards to Lanzini. Fabianski. Lanzini's not the goalkeeper. He launches it forward. Headed by Christensen on the halfway line. They then knock it forward again. Head tennis, and then Antonio heads it down to Bowen. Finds Fornals. First time ball out looking for Antonio. Hudson-Odoi beats him to it. Drills the ball across. West Ham, my word. Oh my word, what a miss. West Ham have just opened Chelsea up with that play. Antonio gets the ball from Fornals, and he's right at the penalty box. He outmuscles Hudson-Odoi, gets to the byline. He crosses it across the 6-yard box. The whole Chelsea defence has stopped. And Jarrod Bowen, on the stretch left foot, can't guide the ball inside the post. And he plays it wide from the 6-yard box. Open goal and he misses. What a let-off that is. Chelsea get away with one. Big time. Mendy launched it to halfway. West Ham with the header. We head it back forward. They then back it back forward again. And Bowen's over the top of Rudiger. Right wing. Our left-hand side. Hudson-Odoi backing up. And of course, what happens? He's just literally lobbed the ball over Rudiger's head and gone past him. So Rudiger, of course, is pissed off, reacts and just fouls him. Stupid tackle from Rudiger again. He's on the byline. He's got Hudson-Odoi with him. He's going nowhere. Don't foul him. Stand up and make him play the ball. But what does he do? Dives in because he's got the ump. Dickhead. Honestly, stupid free kick to give away. And what does the free kick do? It gives them pressure now. They've got a free kick 15 yards from the byline and they waste it. They hit Pulisic near post. Bowen, left foot, goes back to Souček or Souček even. Cross comes in second time around towards the back post. Mendy's up against Souček. It was Soufal on that side. Just collects it above his head as he jumps. Lays it off to Rudiger. Keep your head, Rudiger. No stupid free kicks. In or around the box. Gives it to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, halfway inside our half. Goes one more to Christensen, who drives forward to the halfway line. Over halfway. Loose touch. But it goes between two players. Christensen. Brilliant. Out wide left to Hudson-Odoi. Edge of the box left-hand side. Pulisic is near to him. Comes on his right foot. Blocked away. Has to go backwards. Jorginho finds Loftus-Cheek. Back to Jorginho. West Ham, everyone's behind the ball, apart from Antonio. Rudiger. Out to Christensen. Loftus-Cheek now, driving forward to the edge of the box, right-hand side. Cross comes towards the back post. Evades everyone. Hudson-Odoi collects it. Just outside the box. 5 yards from the byline. Lays it back. Jorginho's side foot. Deflected, tipped away by Fabianski. Chelsea got themselves a corner. Deary me. Chelsea had got the openings here. Jorginho's wide open on the edge. Yeah, shot was half blocked. Deflected away. Fabianski tips it past the post. It's actually Diop off his foot. Chelsea corner from the right-hand side again. Another Mason Mount corner. Right-footed outswinger. Arms aloft. Near post normally. Goes towards the back post. Headed down by... Oh, dearie me. Headed down by Loftus-Cheek. Half cleared. Comes out to Mason Mount. His cross is deflected. And they head the ball away as far as Christensen. Plays it back out to his right-hand side. There's a West Ham player down in the box. Referee gives a free kick or just blows up and says, stop possession. Soufal's down. The cross come in. I think it was Loftus-Cheek. Heads it towards goal. A West Ham player's got sort of backed off as the ball's gone across towards like Fabianski. It's come off his knee and bounced forward. And you're thinking, anyone, just blast it in the back of the net. But West Ham managed to clear the ball away. And they do. Referee stop play. It's Chelsea had possession. Halfway inside their half, wide right. They're going to say a bounce ball in and play it back to us inside our own half. Smash the like button for me, people. The closing 12 minutes plus injury time. But stay tuned. The Chelsea pub, after this game, going to keep this live stream going for all Chelsea fans to discuss today's game, talk about any players, your favourite game, to reminisce Chelsea retro back in the day, what you would do with your mates down the pub. You'll talk about the game, you talk about old times. We're going to keep it open till 3 o'clock, this live stream going. So make sure you join in the Chelsea pub from post-match to 3 p.m. So join in. Chelsea got the ball with Thiago Silva driving forward and he's into their half and he drives forward. He finds left-hand side. Hudson-Odoi gets to the byline. Cross comes in as far as the 6-yard box. Everybody was pulled onto the penalty spot. West Ham clear it. Lanzini launched it out to the right-hand side. Rudiger's going to collect it. Bowen thinks twice about challenging. It's fair to say he shit himself. Backed off. Rudiger wins it. Gives it Jorginho. Jorginho gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Pulisic, byline. Tries to drill it low. Cleared away at the near post by Souček. And Bowen just launches it forward. Only as far as Thiago Silva. Rudiger collects it halfway inside their half. Smash that like button for me, people. Jorginho now, halfway inside the half. Slowing the play down. Plays it wide left to Hudson-Odoi. Level the edge of their box. Comes inside right footed but goes back to Jorginho. Plays it inside to Lukaku. Back to goal. Lays it off to Mason Mount. One more to Hudson-Odoi. West Ham, 8 players in the box. We're trying to find a Chelsea shirt. Loftus-Cheek heads down to Mason Mount, but he lets it go beyond his body. And then Soufal's gone down, so a free kick. It isn't. We've managed to play it back inside. Right foot outswinger from Rudiger. Lukaku wins it up against Diop, but he can't bring the ball down. And it's a West Ham goal kick. 10 minutes to go. It's unlucky. Loftus-Cheek heads it down to Mason Mount. Lets the ball go across him. Looking to try and hit it. And it just vades him. And then Soufal comes in front of him. Falls over. Claiming a free kick. Mason Mount keeps it in play. Referee doesn't give it. Just nothing comes of it. 10 to go. Come on, Chelsea. We're all over West Ham. All over them. Chelsea scored the most goals between the 76th and 90th minute this season with 8. Their goal kick is launched forward. Chelsea win the second ball. Rudiger goes back to Edouard Mendy on his penalty spot. Thiago Silva drops close to him and says, give me the ball. Gives it to him, level the edge of a box. Outside is Christensen, who strides forward up to halfway, right to centre, over halfway. Gives it inside to Mason Mount. Loftus-Cheek now driving forward. 30 yards from goal. One more left-hand side to Loftus-Cheek. Hudson-Odoi plays it looking for Lukaku. Gets inside their box. He's about 10 yards from the byline. They block it off. He picks up the loose ball. Rudiger. Jorginho pressed by Fornals. One more to Christensen. West Ham, everyone behind the ball apart from Antonio. Rudiger can take his time. Pulisic collects it. No one's shutting him down. Inside their half. Lays off to Lukaku. Gets it back. Loose touch and West Ham come away with the ball. Bowen. No foul. Rudiger jumps in with that stupid tackle he does. Well, he just takes off. Ridiculous. Smash that like button for me, people. Smash the like button. Stupid, George. Honestly, Rudiger. I don't know why he does that. He just takes off, two-footed. Bowen was nowhere near him. He sort of just jumps with his feet up in the air and just clears the ball away. Right, Ben Rama's coming on for West Ham. Last 10 minutes. Dangerous player, Ben Rama. Who's going off? Probably Lanzini, I think. Not seen it yet. No change. West Ham throwing. Halfway inside their half. Right wing. Play the ball forward to Antonio. Tries to turn Thiago Silva. Doesn't. We win it. Jorginho collects it. Spreads the ball into the right-hand side to Mason Mount. One more outside of his Reece James. Edge of the box. Right-hand side. Pulls it back to the edge to Hudson-Odoi, but it's behind him. He does well to make up the play and play it back inside Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi does well there. Loftus-Cheek finds Mason Mount. Masuaku plays it off the foot of Mason Mount. It's gone out for a West Ham goal kick. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. We can do better than this. Still got to change up our sleeve. Only made the 2. West Ham are holding off the change at the minute. Or are they? Ben Rama. Arms behind his back. Looks like it's Lanzini, but they're not making a change yet. David Moyes is saying no, not yet. Fabianski launches it right-footed from the left-hand side. Looking for Souček. Wins the first header. Bowen collects it, but then Christensen does really well to win it. But then gives it away. Bowen down the left-hand side. Towards the edge of the box. No foul, Christensen. Gets towards the byline. Bowen. Cross blocked off Thiago Silva, but off of Bowen. Chelsea goal kick. Well done. Bowen, honestly. Bowen's a good player, but in half a whinger. Honestly, he should be playing for United. He must have that Man United mentality. As soon as a free kick goes beyond you just berate the referee. Anyway, we have the goal kick. We launch it forward. They win the first ball. Declan Rice picks up, gives it Antonio. Rudiger's up against him, halfway inside our half. He turns inside, Jorginho's there. He plays in beyond Hudson-Odoi, tries to recover. Soufal wins it, byline, cross blocked by Hudson-Odoi. Well done. And then Thiago Silva just volleys it out of play. West Ham throwing, halfway inside our half. West Ham, dangerous play. Ben Rama's still waiting to come on. Def warmed up's not making the change yet. What a waste. They throw it straight to Hudson-Odoi. Takes a touch, launches it forward. Up to the halfway line. West Ham throwing. Now Ben Rama's about to come on. David Moyes gives him a bit of paper and says, do me a favour, can you take that on and can you ask Gerard Bowen to pop the Sainsbury's when he's finished, because I need some turkey, a lettuce, if you don't mind, a spring onion. Lanzini's coming off, and as you can imagine, he's taking his time. Referee's already told him, hurry up. Lanzini's got his penalty today. Good penalty right into the corner. Right into the side netting, to be fair. So Ben Rama's on. 5 minutes plus injury time to go. Come on, Chelsea. We've still got a change to make, but we're not making it yet. Lukaku and Hudson-Odoi are on. Oh, we have made it. Pulisic come on as well. Arc at me. Ben Rama's brought a piece of paper over. Give it to Declan Rice. And Declan Rice is saying, I don't want to go Sainsbury's. I normally go Tesco's. Anyway, West Ham have got themselves the throw-in on the right-hand side. 30 yards from goal. They throw it up the line to Bowen. Comes inside, does well, but plays across to the back post and nobody's there. Out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. Edouard Mendy rushes to go and take it. Declan Rice has got a bit of paper in his hand. He's shouting across to David Moyes. I think he said, do you want milk? And David Moyes said, I could do with a fan eater. He's now giving instruction, Declan Rice, as to the last 5 minutes of play. Loftus-Cheek collects it from the goalkeeper. Lays it off to Christensen. Jorginho, bottom of the centre circle, collects it. Plays it back to Loftus-Cheek, who's back to goal, halfway line. Back to Jorginho, plays it forward to Lukaku. Holds off for Dawson. Tries to play it forward, but Souček nicks in front and wins it, goes back to Fabianski. Fabianski launches it up to halfway, right of centre. Rudiger, big header away. Pulisic goes to head it, just jumps underneath the ball. Then they play it forward. They play it looking for Antonio, but Christensen reads it. No spoilers in the chat. I've just seen it myself. West Ham, play it forward. Masuaku, left-hand side. Antonio goes beyond him. He's allowed space to churn. Masuaku has scored. West Ham have scored a cross that's been deflected as he's tried to cross it. Has beat Mendy in the near post. Mendy's stepped to his left for the cross to come in. Masuaku takes the throw into Antonio and gets the ball back. And Masuaku's on the byline. He's 5 yards inside the byline. He's 25 yards out. And he looks up to cross it. And I think it's Christensen who goes to shut the cross down. Let's have a look here. He takes the throw into Antonio and gets the ball back to him. Masuaku just looks up. Chelsea just backed off. It's Loftus-Cheek. Reece James has to follow a run of Antonio and goes beyond him. And as he plays the cross into the box, it deflects off Loftus-Cheek's foot. And Mendy's gone that way. He then tries to stop it. His fingertips Mendy. And it's got inside the near post and West Ham has scored. And it's 3-2 West Ham. They scored a penalty, which is our own doing because Jorginho played the ball backwards. They've now just scored a ridiculous goal and Chelsea are 3-2 down. 1-0 up and cruising. And it's ridiculous. And we tried to play the ball forward to Lukaku. And he flicks on the header, but there's no one running behind. Declan Rice goes back to Fabianski. Fabianski launched it forward. Rudiger wins it on halfway to Fornals. Launched it back over his head. But Thiago Silva does well to beat Benrahma. Chelsea launched the ball forward. Declan Rice covers in front of Lukaku. Fabianski just half volleys it away to the right-hand side. Hudson-Odoi tries to head it forward to Pulisic, but only finds Fornals, who's looking for Antonio, running behind Thiago Silva in the channel. He's got it, Antonio. Silva goes across, edge of our box, right-hand side. Tries to find Benrahma, blocked off, collects the loose ball, Antonio. Goes back to Fornals. Benrahma lays it off to Antonio. Bowen's in behind. Bowen shoots and puts it over the bar from wide right. Deary me. Deary, deary me. Nobody can ever turn around and expect that cross to have come in like that. The cross was deflected. Mendy's thinking it's going to go into the box. So he's working his way across to follow the ball. It's deflected. He has to adjust and he can't get there. And the ball goes in. And Chelsea play the ball forward to Lukaku's, but he's pinned up against Souček. And Souček wins the ball off him. West Ham get the ball forward. And then Benrahma dives against Loftus-Cheek. Halfway inside our half on the byline left-hand side. Referee buys it. West Ham free kick. 40 seconds of normal time. Plus injury time to go. And it's going to be a West Ham free kick. And they're going to get the win here. Bowen's the man of the match. Deary, deary me. Points dropped from Chelsea, you got to say. The goals we conceded, the Bowen goal was a good goal. He took it first time, which beat Mendy. Mendy couldn't get set and couldn't get there across. But a deflected cross that goes in, where Mendy can't adjust in time. I know somebody in the chat has put shocker from Mendy, but to me, Tuchel sitting down talking to his assistant. Should be on the sideline. 4 minutes of injury time. West Ham playing the ball forward up to Antonio. Holding off challenges. Keeps the ball in play. He's got Christensen and Reece James who just bars him over. What's he given? He's given a throw in at Chelsea. Right by our corner flag. Inside our half. Reece James to take it. Christensen's 5 metres away from him saying, give it to me. He doesn't. It goes Jorginho. Gets it back. Turns away from Antonio. Launches it up the line. And then Chelsea sort of went it back to Pulisic. Rudiger finds Pulisic halfway line. Centre circle. Moving out to the left-hand side. Gives it to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi comes inside it. He's been fouled by Soufal. Book him, ref, and he does. Chelsea free kick. The problem is Lukaku's pushed up and being pinned and isolated by one of their defenders. So every time we go up to Lukaku, they're playing off of him. They're just shutting him down. Chelsea work out to the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek. Reece James up against Masuaku. Beats him. But cover. He's what's he done now? Now Reece James has given a foul away. He beat Masuaku. Souček has then covered. Reece James has caught him. Souček's gone down like he's been done by a sniper. Referee's fallen for it. It's a West Ham free kick right inside their box. Left-hand side of the penalty box. Right by the byline. And it wastes more time. Two and a half minutes to go. Nigerian's official YouTube channel. You're not missing no one direct. What are you doing? Honestly. Bye-bye. Jane, ignore him. Deary me. I'd like to message you privately. Deary me. I'd like to block you permanently. There you go. Just seeing this goal again. Masuaku, cross, deflected. Honestly, Mendy, he takes a step to his left and then he's like, oh my God, and he tries to get back and he can't stop it from going in. Ridiculous. Chelsea conceded 5 goals before this game. We conceded another 3 in this one. Anyway, they've played it forward and we've won it back. And we won it on the halfway line. Jorginho's collected the ball. Plays it forward into the feet of Pulisic, who tries to turn, he does. Finds Loftus-Cheek. Reece James, corner their box. Finds Mason Mount, cross comes in. Headed forward. Hudson-Odoi collects it, but he has to go backwards. Rudiger turns 4 defenders into the feet of Pulisic, up against Declan Rice, who just outmuscles him. And Declan Rice gets the ball away, up the line. Thiago Silva, halfway line, collects it. Looking for an option. He's got Hudson-Odoi on the byline. He's got Christensen to his right, gives it to him. Get the ball forward. Reece James comes inside, but blocked off by Masuaku. And Masuaku just going to launch it forward. Benrahma now and Antonio has been fouled by Christensen. Stupid foul again. Christensen's going to get booked. Honestly, stupid foul. Chelsea have lost this game. Antonio does well because he runs across Christensen as they're chasing the ball up the line. And of course, Christensen catches him. Booked Christensen. He's saying to the referee, look, you run across me. What can I do? Don't put yourself in that position. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Honestly, we were in control of this game. Jorginho back pass by not looking at where the players were. Put ourselves under pressure. We concede the penalty. They score. We get ourselves 2-1. Again, a great goal for half-time. But then, since then, West Ham have come out and scored a great goal, to be fair, from Bowen, taking the goal early, and a deflected cross that goes in with minutes to go. And West Ham are trying to kill possession, but Chelsea won the ball back, and we're on 4 minutes of injury time. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Rudiger's got the ball by his own box and launches it forward to nobody. Dawson just comes across and clears it. Gives it to Declan Rice, who just launches it high, out of play. Referee looks at his watch. There's got to be 20 seconds or so to go. Stay tuned, people. The Chelsea pub. We're going to carry on going until 3 o'clock to have your thoughts on post-match. Any Chelsea talk of after the game. And it looks as though Chelsea are going to lose this game. They're going to lose the 3 points and give an opportunity. It's all over. West Ham have won the game 3-2. 3 points dropped. A chance for Man City and Liverpool to take over. So stay tuned. We're going to keep it going. Going to keep this live stream going until 3 o'clock. We're going to have a talk about the game, about anything to do with Chelsea, reminisce. The Chelsea pub. Stay tuned. Need to pop to the loo. I will be back. Stay here. Be back. So Chelsea fan, got to turn my heater off. Hold on. So Chelsea fans, Chelsea pub is now in session. Honestly, that's disappointing today. I have to say that's very, very disappointing. Chelsea 2-1 up at half time. Looking to kick on. Didn't really do it. Got ourselves in some really good positions, you have to say. Really, really good positions. And just that final ball. We're either getting ourselves to the byline, we're pulling the ball back. But when we pull the ball back, we're pulling it either... You've got Lukaku going near post. You've got someone pulling to the penalty spot. And we're pulling it to the 6-yard box. And it's just one of those games where I mean, West Ham, the penalty, they should never have the penalty. Because at the end of the day, Jorginho doesn't even look where he plays the pass. Puts Mendy under pressure. I know a lot of people are saying about Mendy, saying he should have cleared the ball away. But should never have been put in that position by the ball from Jorginho. Their second goal, you have to credit Bowen for it. Because they play the ball on the right-hand side. They play it inside to Bowen. We don't clear the ball. Bowen collects it, takes a touch to get it out of his feet, and he plays it not first time, but early, around two Chelsea defenders into the corner, and Mendy can't get across because he's unsighted. And then the last one, honestly, a cross that comes in, that gets deflected off the toe of a Chelsea player to stop it from curling towards the penalty spot, but goes in on goal. And Mendy's already started doing that to try and follow the ball as it comes over. Has to readjust, and he can't. And fingertips, he can't stop the ball from going in. All this stuff about Mendy should be dropped and all this sort of stuff. But so the thing is, what's very, very important for every single one of you on this chat now is that we just have to let's not jump on the bandwagon. Let's not dig people out. Mistakes were made. I'm not calling for Jorginho to be out of the club. I'm not calling for Mendy to be out and all this sort of nonsense. Let's not have that in the chat. We don't want none of that. In the Chelsea pub, people, all you need to do is just, as you would do, you'd be in the pub with your mates right now, you talk about the game briefly, and then we start talking about anything to do with Chelsea. So, disappointing game, disappointing result, and points dropped, big time. You have to say points dropped. Chelsea needs to themselves, they must be better going forward. They must, it's a choice of playing the right pass. The final ball was lacking today, big time. My round. So, maybe we do the Chelsea pub to members only, maybe, after the game finishes, so we don't get idiots like Mem's team. So they're just talking about this goal again. It's a deflected cross that goes in, honestly. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to turn off the TV coverage. I'm going to watch nothing more to do with that. So let's turn off let's have a look. What can we do? Hold on a second. Let's turn all these off. Let's leave the chat on. We've got the time on still. Look, turn the time off. Let's make the chat slightly longer. I think it's that. Is it that there? There you are. The Chelsea pub. We'll get the Chelsea pub going. So, people, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the game? Do you want to talk about Chelsea back in the day, your favourite games? Or do you want to just talk about nonsense and just get involved in ridiculous stuff? The thing is, guys, we're going to be bombarded by people. So moderators, make sure you keep a grip on all this, because moderators will. We're just going to get bombarded by ridiculous people. Let's just say that. So there you go. That looks much better, doesn't it? So, guys, Lukaku doesn't fit the system. It's not that Lukaku doesn't fit the system. It's the fact that Lukaku he wants to play where he's got some space. And at the moment, we're playing him where he's got his back against the wall or up against the defender, and he's got no real space to turn. He's got no real space to sort of affect what's happening. There you go. So if I move this here, let's just do this here. You guys can see all that all right? I'm sure you can. So, I mean, we're going to get you're going to get all sorts of people on this live stream at the moment, all sorts of other supporters. So let's just ignore it. It's all well and good. No problem. We'll take it on the chin. It's one of these days today. It's they got themselves a goal for a penalty, which you'd never see. It's a mistake from Jorginho that gives away, that puts Mendy in a position he didn't want to be in. Then you've got a situation where you've got, I mean, come on, guys. Some of these comments, we need serious work. How on earth do we need serious work, Major? Seriously. How on earth? Honestly, this is why I think what we're going to do, the Chelsea pub, we might just do to members only, because we get some ridiculous comments, I have to say. What you have to remember is a game of football. It doesn't matter who you're facing. You need to do enough. You need to do enough to win the game. You need to deserve to win the game. Did Chelsea do enough to win the game? They didn't, to be fair, because we got ourselves in good positions but didn't take advantage of it. Simple as that. We got ourselves in behind, and the balls we played in were just either not even looking at runs that were being made. We're playing them blind. We're just panicking. And, if you don't do enough to win a game, then you're not going to win a game. But you hope that defensively you do. Now, as I said, the Jorginho mistake for the penalty, you can't account for. And it wasn't Mendy's fault. He should never have been put in that position. But he was by Jorginho, by the pass he played back. They scored a penalty. Second goal, Jarrod Bowen takes the ball early, hits it early. Mendy's unsighted, it's between two players. He can't get there to save it. But the last one is a deflected corner. A deflected corner. A deflected cross that goes in where Mendy's trying to react last minute. These things happen in game. I'm not doom and gloom. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, Chelsea just needs so much work. I can't believe this. I can't, these players should be leaving our club. I do not want them sort of people on my chat. So if I see any of that, you're going to get blocked. Simple as that. Because it's all well and good saying, look, I was saying Jorginho was frustrated by playing that pass back. I'm not saying he should be out of our club. I'm saying today, that pass back was frustrating. He needs to do better there. Mendy should have done better maybe with the deflected goal, but he's trying to react to it. Maybe he should have done better with trying to clear the ball away. But I'm not going to sit here, turn around and say, oh my God, I can't believe that, they should be out of our club. I don't want none of that nonsense on my channel. And anybody else that comes in and talks about people should be out of our club or leave our club, you're going to be blocked, because this is not what this channel is all about. Now, as I said, this is the Chelsea pub. And what do you normally do after the game's finished when you go in the pub? You have a bit of a rant about the game for maybe the first 5 minutes or so. Then after that, what you tend to do is calm down and talk Chelsea with your mates. You talk about other games, older games, your favourite players from back in the day, your favourite games. You reminisce about old times. Let's just put today's defeat away and just lock it away and just forget about it and move on to Zenit. And then just think about what you do right now in the pub. You'll think, have a couple of beers, look at the afternoon's football. Let's hope that City and Liverpool slip up. Can't see it, but maybe they will. So let's get ourselves back positive and let's not worry about the negativity. Simple as that. I've said my bit that we didn't do enough to win the game. From a winning position at half time, second half didn't do enough. And that's it. Simple as that. If you don't do enough to win the game when you're put under pressure, we were put under pressure when it went 2-2. We should have got ourselves into a position where we could capitalise on the space. We capitalised on the space, but the final ball was lacking. Simple as that. So let's just see what happens. So, pub's open. What's your tipple, people? Remember, any comments talking about people having getting people out this club, you're going to be blocked. Simple as that. This channel is not about all that. This channel is about the commentary first and foremost, but it's also about the fact that we're not going to react to a situation. We've been top of the league today. And I just want to say this to everyone that's negative right now. If you're writing something right now negative, look at where we were this time last season when Frank Lampard left or building up to Christmas. Look at where we were. Look at where we are now. Look at how far we've progressed. And let's keep that as a positive and think that in your head. None of this nonsense about today. Yes, disappointed. These things happen. A deflected cross beat us. So, King Tiger, I might not make no sense. End of. Simple. I really don't care. I don't care. No negative on my channel. Simple as that. Beer's open. What you having, people? What you having? Let's go with... Oh my word. I'm trying to find something that's not too strong. It's only strong stuff. That'll do. We'll have this one. Happy days. Brooklyn Lager. Fair play. Galaxy, you're gone. Honestly, absolute peace. Moderators, keep an eye on these and just get rid of them. No negativity. Honestly, you have to expect that you're not going to win every single game in a season. And at the end of the day, it's a situation where you sit and think, right, so these things happen. Good first half. Why, did we do enough second half to win the game? No, we didn't. Did we defend well enough second half? Did we defend well enough to stop their equaliser? No. Well taken by, what's his face? Bowen. But then the last goal they scored is a deflected cross. What can you do about that? You can't. So these things happen. Should have done more to win the game. We didn't. At the end, that's it. But as I keep saying to you people, all this negativity, look at where we were this time last season. Look at where we are now. That's it. End of. I'm not going to sit here and just get ridiculous comments and just get involved in these people. We need to get these people out and all this nonsense. Ben, it's not Lukaku. It's Lukaku's getting pushed up against the defender and he's getting man-marked. That's not his game, Lukaku. If anything, for me, you should have had to... I mean, if you think about it retrospectively now, put Timo Werner on and play the ball over the top of their defensive line to make runs in behind. Force them backwards. You can't mark Timo Werner compared to Lukaku because Werner's too mobile. Maybe play the mobile Werner instead of Lukaku, and that's the answer. But it didn't happen, so let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I'm not going to jump on people's backs. I'm not going to be negative. And if you guys want to be negative, go to somebody else's channel right now that are doing the same negativity and get involved over there, because that's not what this channel is all about. So these things happen. Let's move on. Simple as that. So let's talk Chelsea. Anyone that's not been on my channel before, welcome along. This is what we normally do after the game's finished. We normally have the Chelsea pub open. And what we do, we sit and talk about the fact that we just talk about Chelsea in general. So we could talk about Chelsea back in the day. We could talk about your favourite Chelsea players that don't get the credit that they should have done from back in the day. And that's what we're going to do. So we're now going to be talking your favourite players or your favourite game or your favourite Chelsea memories from back in the day. So, Chelsea fans watching this. Chelsea Australia. It's not me sort of sitting there picking people out. What I'm saying is that the Chelsea supporters, the social media supporters, let's just say that, or the supporters that like to air their views across social media and channels like mine or YouTube channels or on Facebook, are very, very reactionary. Now, the point I'm trying to make, Chelsea Australia, is this. Look at where we were last season to where we are now, right? And the progress that we've made. I'm not going to sit here on my channel and encourage people to say, he was shit, he needs to be out of the first team, he should be out of our club. I'm not having that, and I don't care who it is. I'm not having people sitting here going, oh, you know, he should be out, I can't believe him, I can't believe that. Air frustrations exactly like I have, no problem. No problem. But to start like sitting there going, he's this and he's shit and he's this, there's no point. Because all it does is breed negativity, and that's not what we're trying to do. I've had my honest opinion and said Jorginho made a mistake. He should have done better. He put Mendy in a situation which he shouldn't have done. Mendy, people are saying he should have cleared the ball away and he should have done better, but he was put in a position which he should never have been by Jorginho. What I'm saying about the goal about Mendy is that it was a deflected goal from a cross that was going in, which he was looking to follow the flight of the ball to cover his penalty, cover the goal as the cross comes over. It gets deflected. He tries to adjust his position, and he doesn't. Now, Chelsea Australia, in my chat, people are going, Mendy should leave the club, Mendy this, Mendy that. Why? Why am I going to encourage people to be that negative? There's no point. It's one game. One game against West Ham, who defended with 8 players behind the ball, made it difficult for Chelsea. Chelsea we were 2-1 up at half time. We should have done better in the second half. We didn't do enough in the second half to win the game, so that's it. I'm not going to sit and encourage people to be negative about how, he should be out of the club. I can't believe he's playing. He should never play for Chelsea again. He should not do this. I'm not going to do that. So it's up to you, Chelsea Australia. It's up to you. All I'm saying is, let's take the defeat as it is. Lucky goal to win it. Didn't do enough second half to win the game, so a draw maybe was the most likely result, right? But at the end of the day, let's not sit and just jump on people's backs and just dig them out, because that's not what it's about. Yes, Chelsea Australia, I know people are upset about the situation, but don't start turning around and saying that people should be out of the club or should never play for Chelsea again and all this nonsense. So at the end of the day, that's it. That's what I'm saying. For me, I accept the defeat. I accept it because it happens. These things happen. You can't account for a deflected goal to win a game. But what you can do is go, right, did we do enough to win it? No, we didn't. Second half, we didn't. First half, we did great. Second half, we didn't. That's it. Simple as that. So I'm not going to sit here and let this game ruin my day or ruin my whole mood, because these things happen. So all I'm trying to say is, a lot of people are saying about the people missing. Kante's missing. Chilwell's missing. Chaloba's missing. Lukaku and Werner trying to get back to fitness. So, that's what I'm trying to say, Chelsea Australia. That's what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people, and what you're going to know is there's a lot of people that are reactionary amongst the Chelsea fan base that we could win 50 games in a row, you lose one, and all of a sudden you're going to get all this negativity, because that's what the fan base across social media are about. Chelsea supporters that have jumped on the bandwagon when Chelsea have been successful, no different. Now, it might be because of the age they are, and that's fair play, because they've only ever seen Chelsea win or Chelsea be successful. And so when it's not successful, they just kick off. But what you have to remember is there's people that have been Chelsea fans for longer. I've been a Chelsea fan for 40 years, 41 years now. So who is Regigan, whoever he is, pissed on 2 sips? Honestly, mate, bell piece. Pissed on 2 sips. Look at him, cheek. Anyway, so I think what we're probably going to do is what I might do is I might do the match commentary as I normally do, and then make the Chelsea pub members only. So you guys can have conversation. We can talk about what it is, and that includes the members that want to have a moan about the game. Not a problem. And so Lucas Longley, you've been invited. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just got to take the result on the chin. And that's what we have to do today. Simple as that. Take the result on the chin, move on, and just think, right, so where we were to where we are, we improve immensely. So let's just see what happens. Lucas, yeah. Alonso, thank you. Super Cup, Club World Cup and more. Of course we can. One defeat is not the end of the season. Eddie, thank you, mate. I go to sleep in an oxygen chamber and I bath in olive oil. Chris G Stream, new here. Can I be here still if I'm not a Chelsea fan? If you want to be a member, eventually when I switch it over, you can. Of course you can. Of course you can. It's all good. It's all good. We've got 11 minutes to go in the Chelsea pub. We're going to just keep it going. No, I know. The thing is, Chelsea Australia, it is hard to swallow when you're in a winning position at half time and you think, right, now kick on, second half, kick on, and you don't. That's what's really frustrating. I guess, being the age that we are, I've seen plenty. I've seen us lose to Barnsley away. I've seen us lose games where, look at last season. Look at last season, the West Brom game. Losing at home 5-2 to West Brom. These things happen. You can't account for it. You can't equate for it. You just got to accept it and move on. Simple. I'm not going to sit and be all doom and gloom and start digging players out and say, oh, Lukaku's this, Lukaku that, Jorginho this, Mendy this. I'm not going to do that. All I want to say is, Jorginho made a mistake today. He should have done better than that. He should have been alive to the situation. He wasn't. He made a mistake and he needs to do better than that. And he'll be disappointed with himself for that. The Mendy thing, Mendy should never have been put in that position. But yes, maybe going forward, if that happens again, he needs to do better. He was more worried about trying to protect the ball than actually playing the ball. And that's what led to him having a bad touch and then Bowen getting in front and then obviously being brought down for their penalty. Can't argue with their second goal, their equalising goal. Great strike from Bowen, took it early, threw a couple of players, Mendy unsighted, tried to react, couldn't. But the last goal is a deflected cross. What else can you say? You can't sit and go, can't believe didn't shut that cross down. I can't believe that deflection didn't go anywhere else. You just got to accept it. These things happen. Simple as that. And that's it. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to sit and go, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that. These things happen. But, agreed, we need to do much better second half. We need to get ourselves in positions where we create that killer pass. And we did. Got ourselves in good positions, but the final ball let us down. And I'm sure that Tuchel will say about that today. He'll probably talk about the fact that we should have done much better in certain situations. We got into good positions. So, yeah. So, you have to take it on the chin and move on. It's not ideal. Andrew, just click on the membership button on the channel. Blue Chronic, it wasn't deflected. Are you sure? Are you saying that it's a Masuaku who's on the half, who's outside by the byline, looks up and thinks, I can lob the goalkeeper from here? Come on. Seriously. That's the thing. I mean, you make a mistake in this league, you get punished. And we made mistakes and we got punished today. So, all you can do is work on it and try and improve from it. But going forward, you've got to do enough going forward to cause the opposition problems, get yourself in a good position and capitalise. First half we did. Second half we didn't. That's it. So you can't sit and complain about it. You can't sit and just go, oh my God, and all this sort of stuff. So if Chelsea have got themselves into good positions and played the good final ball. See, look, Joel. Honestly, mate. But at the end of the day, what I just tried to say there. So when we got in behind, if we play the right ball, and we capitalised from it and score a couple more, nobody would be moaning whatsoever. Game would be over. We didn't do enough, and that's it. So, that's it. I can have my booster. My booster jab. I need to have my booster jab. So, last 7 minutes or so. Let's move on. And let's ask every single person in this particular chat right now. Got 175 people on. Drop a like on it for me. Here's a question for you in a Chelsea pub this afternoon. We're going to walk away from West Ham game today. We're going to ignore that now. That's all done and dusted. In the chat, let me know your favourite game. Your favourite Chelsea game ever. Might be Champions League final. One of the two. Might be a different sort of game for whatever reason. Whack it in the chat, and I'll try and read out as many as I can in the next 5-6 minutes, and we go from there. So your favourite Chelsea game. Because that's what you do in the pub. You have a chat with your Chelsea mates, and you talk about this sort of stuff. Eddie, which one? Munich or Porto? So your favourite game, or the game that always sticks in your memory the most, obviously I know a lot of people will say Champions League final, which is fair enough, but any other game? Any other game than the Champions League finals? How about that? Chelsea v Juventus. Which one? This season? In recent seasons? Back in the day? Oh God, yeah, I remember that. That was the Lucas. That was the Makelele penalty, wasn't it? End of season. Mourinho's first season, we won the league. Played on the sand. Juventus this season, fair play. Eddie, the Man City one. What, the Man City one under Antonio Conte? We went away and beat them 3-1. That was a good game. That was a great game. What about the... one of my ones is Chelsea Everton under Conte, the 5-0. Brilliant game of football. How can West Ham beat Chelsea? Because they scored 3 and we scored 2. Simple. Last season, everyone over Man City. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Everyone over Man City. Now I get more upset. I get more upset about the game against Juve this season, away, where we lost, than West Ham. Because the Juve game away didn't turn up. Just awful. Awful. And the Man City game at home this season, awful. Diego Costa got sent off. Got Gabriel sent off. With cheddar. Exactly. Alberto, the best of London, West Ham. Did he say cup game? Who? Blue Chronic, I think you'll find I said it was the league where we won the title, and it was Charlton at home, where Chelsea got a penalty. Oh no, it wasn't. What was the... It was when they done the pitch, they did the pitch, and the pitch was just literally like just complete sand, like a bog. That was awful. I remember that game. I remember going in the 80s when I used to play. It was always QPR away on a Boxing Day on their plastic pitch. Honestly, it was just... When the goalkeeper took a goal kick, you think someone hit it, otherwise it bounced you like that the whole time. It was awful. Plastic pitches. Deary me. Yeah, West Ham was sitting top 4 for a reason. The Greyhound track. The Greyhound track at Chelsea, yeah, exactly. What about Chelsea, Barcelona, Stamford Bridge? What about... Here we go then. A question for you for the last couple of minutes. Your favourite Chelsea player ever? Quickly, in the chat. We're finishing at 3. We'll go back indoors. My little boy, my 6-month-old baby boy, and put up Christmas decorations. Lucas, I'll see you again, mate. Thank you for being here. So your favourite Chelsea player ever, quickly, by name, in the chat. Tuchel post-match, too many individual mistakes. Exactly, yeah. "4-4. That was Paul Elliott, wasn't it? Paul Elliott got a good score in that game. Graham Shirt from the halfway line. Drogba, Aspi, Pat Nevin, Zola, Hazard, Ballack, fair play. Drogba, Lampard. Thank you, Chris. Drogba. Hazard, Lampard, John Terry. Pascal, you got to choose one. And that's where it's hard. You got to choose one. Oh, very quickly then. Here we go. One more question, very, very quickly. Think of Chelsea's success when Abramovich turned up and Mourinho. In that decade or 13 years of success, right? In the Czech, Terry, Drogba, Lampard, Essien, Ballack era, who was the most important player for Chelsea, in your view, of that time? Now, that's the question. Who was the most important player in that time? I'm going to leave you with that question. It's 3 o'clock. I've got to go. So, we're going to do a Chelsea pub one night this week at some point. We're going to sit and do a Chelsea pub. I'm going to come online for maybe 1 or 2 hours. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to reminisce about old times, new times, whatever. So, Ricardo Carvalho. They're playing. So, guys, today was not to be. We got ourselves in a good position at half-time. 2-1, winning the game 2-1. Doing enough second half. Lost the game in the second half. And to me, it was still a deflected goal from what I saw. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really enjoyed, obviously, the chat as usual. Thank you guys, all the members. Make sure you're going to become a member on the channel. Hit the membership button. It's only £1 or 99p to be a member. Because I think going forward with the Chelsea pub, what we're going to do, we're going to leave it to members only to have this communication after games finish. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. I won't be doing the commentary in midweek because I'm working. I don't finish work till 6 and the game kicks off at 5:15. I will be back with a video soon, all the Chelsea pubs. So stay tuned. Look out for the community tab on the channel and I'll let you know. Thank you for watching. Chelsea lose the game today from winning position at half-time. Disappointing, but compared to last season where we were this time last year to where we are now, let's be positive and move on. Let's forget about it. Move on to the next game. See you next time. See you guys.